Right. Well, hello, everybody.
Well, we are Metal Perspective here. Is a perspective from three metalheads currently.
Oh shit. It's still offline, man.
Still off. What? See, this is why we do this.
There we go. We're live.
Oh, we're live now in my room.
Well, this is kind of cool because it's kind of how like MTV launched. When they first went on, they weren't on, and then all of a sudden it was like, okay, now here we are. You know,
Yeah.
so, right, it's all good.
I'm messing with the blend so I can hear what's going through. There.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. You know. So, are you directly into that, or are you directly plugged into the board?
I'm plugged in. I'm plugged into the board, so I can.
I'm getting a complete time delay.
It's not a time delay. You're hearing his voice. I messed with the blend, so instead of hearing what's in the board, I can hear what's in the computer.
So what you just said just now came through.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
And
because there's a delay on the stream.
Okay.
So if you say fuck, he go pow.
Okay, got it.
Oh no,
Got it.
he said the F word, people. Fuck.
So that means I got to say fuck really quick and then hoping it's not caught.
Yeah.
Okay.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Oh, absolutely.
So right now, what you're hearing is what's going into the board. Now, when I put in the inputs, that's all computer.
Okay.
That should be what's being heard on the stream.
All right.
Ah, that's fucking nice.
So then we actually cannot say fuck. We have to say for unlawful carnal knowledge
Right.
if we're going to be that way.
Or see you next Tuesday.
Exactly.
Stream's lagging. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. So, all right, we're doing this.
Yeah.
All right.
We're live. We've been live.
Take one. No. We're Metal Perspective. Just in case you can rewind this and take a look at it. I lost my train of thought.
Let's introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
Let everybody know who the hell we are. Hey, I'm Mikey Law. I've been a metalhead all my life. Drummer, biker, tattoo guy, and obviously I'm injured. So here we go.
And I'm John Chester, big fanboy of heavy metal, rock and roll, and I'm just here to have a good time and talk about heavy metal and all the ups and downs, all the bullshit.
Yeah. No, I'm Sheldon Peterson, and I'm here to do the same thing, but I want to lay it on thick and veiny for you. I've listened to metal for quite a while. Favorite band, really right now, actually, and always is Iron Maiden. Hence the Killer's flag. We will be getting more flags. Yeah. Well, I play bass and electric guitar. John here, he can fill you in. He's actually pretty good.
I'm an amateur.
He's an amateur. He could scream your ear off and play a little bass and electric guitar too.
And Mikey's been a drummer his whole life, played with some bands.
Yeah, I opened up for Quiet Riot. Played with national acts. Damn sure played in the Iroquois back in Roanoke, Virginia. That's hosted a lot of people that most of you people have heard of. They're icons. So I've played on stages where iconic people have played. Been honored to do that. Played up until this shit happened. I don't gotta see this shit, but my whole fucking left side now is it's all metal. So I'm like John said, I'm truly a metal guy now. So the cool thing about this is we're trying to start this. It's just we're regular guys that play metal. We listen to metal. We love rock. Everything from the Beatles all the way to Motorhead. In between, what you're gonna get here is no bullshit. It's gonna be our personal thoughts as friends, as brothers, and hopefully this shit will take off, and then we can get feedback from you guys, and let's talk about what makes the world as good as it is. Heavy fucking metal. So.
And since we're all from Central Florida, we also want to talk about all the underground metal bands. Several who are friends of ours who we've seen more than once or twice. I hear my daughter out there.
Uh-oh.
She don't sound happy.
Oh, no, she's not happy.
Uh-oh.
Get her in here. Hey, Abby, come here.
Hey, Abby, do you want to be part of the show?
Mom Munchkin.
Abby, come here.
That's another thing too, man. It's about family, and that's what makes the whole community of music is. It's all about family, you know.
We are your average, working Joe, blue collar guys. We've all worked together. Sheldon and I still work together. Mike worked at our job.
You can go.
All right,
Go grab her, Jess.
I gotta take one.
Be in here. She wants to be gone.
All right.
You got Phil doing it.
She's got
too.
it all going.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry about that, everybody.
What's wrong?
Ah,
What's the matter? You're hungry? You're not hungry.
Oh, well. Are we still on?
Yep.
Okay. Well, then.
all right.
All right. As it is, we all play together. I don't know if you caught that. We started playing some metal. And hey, Trish. We started playing metal together with another friend of ours, and I'm getting texts now. Holy shit. Oh shit. No. No, we started playing heavy metal together in a band. 6 months ago? 9 months ago?
Yeah.
No, 9 months ago. Got 3 songs together, and this fuck over here decided he wanted to go fuck somebody's wife and get his arm broken. So.
Yeah.
No, he got injured, and our drummer is now sits in a corner.
Yeah, it was fucked up. I mean, on top of that whole thing, you know, the injury was caused by an asshole in a car. So if you, most of you do drive cars, look out for people on motorcycles. Because a lot of us, most of us that do ride motorcycles, we're all metalheads. So let's all take care of each other out there.
Don't text and drive.
So,
Exactly.
Public service announcement.
So when you do text and drive and you look up and you say, "Oh my God, that guy's behind me," don't just hit your fucking brake, because you could have killed me. You know. So shit.
Yeah. So what we got in the news today? We like to do a little news here. We have presenting the 2022 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're gonna love this.
I
one.
can't wait for this shit.
And mind you, we haven't prepped for any of this, and this just came up. So this is all raw. This whole thing is, an experiment, and it's gonna be raw.
Absolutely.
This is how we like to do it. We like to do it raw.
Nice.
So, oh, fuck me.
Who's the first sacrifice?
That's why I'm fucking Dion Warwick.
Who?
Yeah. Dion Warwick, inductee for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I, kind of would have.
I actually know who Dion is. If growing up as a kid, I mean, if you ever watched Solid Gold, she was one of the hosts of that show. She goes back to Motown, so she does have some credibility. It ain't like putting Taylor Swift in there for all the shit that she's done for the music world, but yeah. I mean, I here's the whole thing with that. Okay, I ain't got a problem with Dion Warwick because she does have a foot in music that goes back to Motown.
Right.
What I don't get is, okay, if it's rock and roll, just like you got Madonna and shit like that in there, how the fuck do you put someone in there they're not rock and roll? Make it a music Hall of Fame. If you're going to call it the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you better have credibility like Jimi Hendrix or Led Zeppelin or
Yeah, if you want to put somebody like Madonna in there, call it the Pop Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
Or,
Absolutely.
R&B Hall of Fame, Hip Hop Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they have all that already, and of course, you won't see AC/DC or Metallica in the Soul Hall of Fame. You know,
Exactly.
rhythm and
Exactly.
blues
I
or
mean,
whatever,
so
you know.
Isn't that called segregation?
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. I know. But anyway, I'm probably going to bastardize the name here. It's called Fela Kuti.
Who the
Fela Kuti.
I've got a cootie on my left nut.
Yeah, well, no, I like to dive into Kuti every once in a while. But I don't know who Fela Kuti is, so okay, rock on.
Jesus Christ.
Next one, first time nominee. Oh, apparently these all have been nominated before, except for Carly Simon. So Carly Simon is inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or is an inductee. Here's another one. Rage Against the Machine.
I think they're the only ones so far, musically or instrumentally, that come close.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
maybe
can say some shit.
Hey.
And
Maybe there's your go.
For me, we were all just talking about Rage earlier before we even started this. Tom Morello, man, hats off to you. You're a badass motherfucker. Great guitar player. But how do you categorize someone like Rage? Because I mean, they're definitely, to me, when I think of rock and roll or metal, it's strictly something like that's going to be like Jerry Lee Lewis is rock and roll. Okay, if I'm going to categorize metal, then I'm looking to bands that are like Maiden or Motorhead, Judas Priest. So, and I'm not downplaying or disrespecting Rage at all. But how do you categorize? And here's a problem that I have with music today: is all of the collaboration of different genres to make what they call, I'm a rock band. Okay, well, when I listen to you, you sound like rap or country, or you don't. I wouldn't go to see a band today because they don't sound like Iron Maiden or Judas Priest. When I go to see, if I want to see somebody straight up that's fucking hardcore rock and roll, I'll go see fucking Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
oh yeah.
But that's also the thing, is you can't really classify them like they're heavier than quite a few different rock bands, even when you consider hard rock. But at the same time, they don't quite sound like metal. The lead singer kind of raps and doesn't rap. He's got that same kind of beat to it.
Right. I think
They're kind of like a weird in between.
A lot of people may throw them in the subgenre of new metal, as in NU metal, like Limp Bizkit or Korn, or
See, Korn, I believe, and Limp Bizkit's more rock.
and I'm not being disrespectful to what those guys are doing, but to me, now you guys can kick me in the nutsack if you want to, but to me, because I'm old school as far as my true beliefs of what metal is, I think that's bastardizing the genre. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I think it's split off like the fucking tree of life, man. It's just split off into everything.
But that's the thing, is metal's not even the worst one.
No.
And when you take into like rap has gone from what it was back in the 90s to 1,000 different things.
Yeah.
You got rap country, you got rap metal, you got rap
Exactly.
rock, you got rap mixed with hip hop.
I completely agree. Because if you want to talk about rap, it's like, to me, when you actually say a genre of music as rap, I think of like Run DMC. I don't think of like, a jar of mayonnaise and a custard spoon, whatever they want to call themselves. You know what I'm saying? I think, and it's not just picking on any different genre of music, but I think a lot of shit's being bastardized today and put together. And if that's your cup of tea, fine. Hey, let's put our little pinky up and drink it. But for me, when I think about heavy metal, I cannot let go of my era. You know, I want to see King Diamond. I want to see King Diamond. I don't want to see some little munchkin running across the stage that is a cross between King Diamond and Gene Simmons with, you know, and whatever the hell he's doing. I want to see King Diamond, you know, and I stay true, and I want to see our music, whatever the genre is, stay true to what you're doing. You know,
I'll be the first to you know, be straightforward. I strongly dislike rap.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna vomit on the table.
But
You look like you were getting sick.
probably the one band that would come close to hip hop or rap because of who the frontman is that I do like though is Body Count.
Yeah,
Oh.
I like
Because
the
they're,
words.
to me, they're more crossover thrash than they are rap. But
Right.
you know,
I love Body Count.
Body Count kicks ass.
Yeah, Body
Takes a
Count's
fucking
great. But personally, when I was a kid, I used to love NWA.
okay. Now,
Not
That's
all-
some old
not
time
all of it,
shit, though,
but
man.
yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
since we're in this area of conversation, I'm gonna have to bring this up because they just jammed together Anthrax and a Public Enemy thing. I just saw on YouTube the other day where they got back together and they didn't bring the noise. And it was fucking great. But if any of you guys had ever seen the roast of Zach Wilde, I can't remember the guy's name, who's a comedic artist, and he was like sticking his fucking shit right in Scott Ian's face. He goes, "Oh yeah, Anthrax, the reason that we have rap rock now. Fuck you." You know?
Wasn't that what's his name?
You know who I'm
He's
talking
like
about, right?
He's the isn't he like the magician out in Las Vegas?
I can't remember the
The
fucking.
heavyset dude with glasses.
Well, he looks really big. He looks like a big ass alien. He has, you know,
I
and
think
he,
it's someone else, man.
and he has a beak nose, and he's like a really big, funny as hell. But it was
Shelter.
when he said that, I couldn't help but laugh.
They had all kinds of characters on that one. I remember Sharon Osbourne was on there.
Yeah.
Friggin', of course, Scott Ian you mentioned, and Lita Ford was on there.
Oh God, Duff McKagan was on there. If you don't like Zach Wilde, you know,
Fuck you.
get the fuck out of here. You know? Plain and
So-
simple.
I've got some news, not necessarily on music, but definitely a musician or a Rob Zombie. Apparently, Elvira is going to be in the Monsters remake.
Fuck yeah! I saw some of the
Mr.
pictures on that.
Snow.
It looks good.
Yeah, it looks good.
Oh, yeah.
It looks good.
He picked some good actors to play.
Yeah.
Oh, Grandpa
Yeah,
Monster.
that was. This is either going to be a hit or miss.
Yeah.
What-
Well,
what-
it's going to be PG, so it's going to be. It sounds like he's going to do true to life.
I think
Zombie.
whatever Rob does to me is a masterpiece. But on the Monsters thing, from what I've seen on the line stuff, it looks really good because you got to think to find someone to play Herman Muster is really fucking hard. That's Fred
That's gonna
Gwynn.
be- yeah.
That's big shoes
It's
to
gonna be
fill.
rough.
I think the last big movie he did was what? My Cousin Vinny as the judge.
Yeah. Well, no, he did. He
the-
did that in Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, Pet Cemetery. Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome
That's
Pet
right.
Cemetery.
That frickin' movie scarred
Stotch. You don't want to go
Shit.
down there.
Yeah.
me. Don't do it, Stotch.
Don't do it, Stotch. Right beside- That's South Park. I know what you're thinking, Stotch. Yeah. So what do we got? We went from Rage. Now we're at Eminem, first time nominee. There you go. Yeah.
I'm
Right,
not.
right, right.
I'm not giving a comment on that.
Yeah. Right. No.
Eminem.
Well, all right. Fuck it. Kate Bush. Anybody know who Kate Bush is?
Yes,
Raise your
I
hand. Okay.
actually do. She came. Kate Bush was a top 40 musician in the 80s, but she actually came from the CBGB scene. So to me, she's got some credibility. You know, so she earned her stripes, got her ass whipped a couple of times up there. So if you come out of CBGBs, if you know anything about that fucking club, you're a hardcore motherfucker. You know.
Well,
Yeah, no shit.
my favorite band of all time, you know,
Yeah.
Overkill. Yeah, that's the scene they're from.
Yep.
And of course, Anthrax.
God damn it,
Nuclear Assault. You know.
the fucking Ramones come from there.
Ramones,
End of fucking
the Misfits,
story.
Fucking.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, but unfortunately, her backstory is all about the '80s MTV thing, so she kind of got fucked on that.
She related to John Bush.
Oh, I thought it was one of George Bush's kids. Honestly.
Your guess was as good as mine.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Okay, well, who's next?
Well, you're gonna love this. Beck, I guess. I guess.
Yeah, my name's Mike.
Yeah.
So
I didn't
that's
know,
all I
you
got
know,
for that.
If you're gonna put a beer in there, that's fine with me. Beck's in there.
Isn't that John Beck?
Yeah, you know, I guess, you know, he's done some rock and roll, I guess.
I bet he's pretty cool.
Yeah, you see, you know, I don't know him personally. I haven't heard anything bad, so.
Oh,
he
wait a
seemed like
minute.
he'd be cool.
I'm sorry. I was watching a series on fucking How I Met Your Mother. It was Moby they were talking about. I was same kind of person. I'm sorry. I was wrong.
Same person. Holy shit. All right. You're going to love this because they already have a category for this somewhere else. Dolly Parton, first time nominee.
Wow. I'm not knocking Dolly because that's just like anti-fucking American, so I'm stepping away from that.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
hey, you know what? Country Music Hall of Fame, you got one. If she's not in it, you know.
Yeah.
It's a
Hey.
shame, but, you know, this is not rock and roll.
She's not rock and roll, but, you know, like I said, I'm not going to knock. That's just like saying, you know, fuck Elvis. Yeah, you can't do that.
What?
So-
This guy right here? This guy?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't fucking
yeah.
think so. I gotta fix that picture, by the way. So what we have next is, and I'm, you know, I agree. You should be one of the nominees. Little Richie. Yeah. You know, he's one of the original rock.
Lionel.
What?
Lionel.
Oh, I've been corrected. This is what happens when it's not in front of me.
Well-
Oh, I feel like an asshole. Lionel fucking Richie.
Well, he did do a collaboration with one of his originals, and it was Rob Zombie, did he not? Brick House.
Okay, all right, yeah. Okay, well, is he
Well,
gonna get it for that? I'll be
Crawl
fine.
under the table, Addy.
Now, as a musician, I do want to say this. I'm not going to say, hey, he goes into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but Lionel Richie is a badass fucking musician. Played in Earth, Wind and Fire. They were a phenomenal band. But yeah, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Nah, get the fuck out.
Yeah. All right. So Pat Benatar, I can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If she's not even put in there,
She's a pioneer.
fucking blow the building up. Bullshit.
So we got a Rush baby in here.
Absolutely.
She was actually conceived
Oh, then let me shuffle
from
you over.
my wife and I after an Overkill show.
Shit.
You know, if we do the math right, you know.
You want to say hi? No, thank you. But you just said no, thank you.
She's being polite.
You're being very, very polite. You're a sweetheart, you know that. She's not having any of it.
I do have a question though on the Pat Benatar thing. Is there anything behind that, or it's just that she was nominated? And how many times has she been nominated and not put in there like Joan Jett? You know, it was bullshit. Pat Benatar is a fucking rock and roll pioneer. Has been for a long time. She's from Virginia, which I'm from Virginia, guys. You know, so
I've been to Virginia for how many years? Like 5
Plenty.
years?
6.
6 years?
It's been 6.
Yeah.
But
So-
no, she really is a pioneer, honestly. You know, she writes about, you know, like health for children.
oh, absolutely.
You know, she talks about these very sensitive topics that really need to be heard. So,
And was at the forefront of doing that when nobody else was.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Nobody, you know, had the balls to do it, honestly.
Absolutely, completely agree. As far as I know, I thought she was already fucking in there. You know, so
I
Yeah,
thought
no,
so.
I have no idea.
by her not being it, I'm kind of like, you know, taken back by that. That's crazy. You know, and what a voice that woman has. I mean, she has like a 3-4 octave
Killer
fucking
vibes.
range.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
absolutely, we love you, Pat. So
Yeah, no, I'm good with that. Yeah, that's a thumbs up or a fucking
hell yeah.
Devil horns. Raise your
double
horns.
Raise your horns. Eurythmics.
Oh, I definitely, for me, I agree. Annie Lennox is another Pat Benatar kind of like vocalist. Dave was an amazing compositionist as far as writing songs and the way that he was a phraser and he phrased compositions. Now, when most people think of the Eurythmics, it's kind of the MTV bullshit, and I'm hoping that we can get away from that. And at least when we build up an audience, that we can get our audience away from, okay, it was early 80s MTV kind of stuff. So, yeah, the Eurythmics, too, now, if I'm not mistaken, they were a CBGB's band.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. So, if there's anybody that starting to come in and be part of our listening audience, if I'm wrong, text us, do something. We'll figure out how to get this shit going. But I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, just like the Talking Heads, they were part of the CBGB's family. So, yeah, I think they should be in there. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, here's another one. Tribe Called Quest.
Don't look at me. I ain't talking about
yeah, you've talked our ear off about Pat Benatar and Eurythmics.
Well, fucking John looked at me, and he don't like rap, so I do know Tribe Called Quest is like
I've never even heard of them.
No, you got your phone on you? Tell me what they are. Yeah. All right.
Abby, bring me that.
Tribe Called Quest. Okay. Devo.
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna say fuck yeah, man. They come out of the new wave punk era with the Ramones and Sex Pistols. They were part of that whole scene. So yeah, fuck yeah, man. Put them in there.
So we're going back to the Tribe Called Quest. I don't think you guys are into this music, but it's a hip hop group.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
1985.
That's good enough. 1985.
The rapper and main producer, Q-Tip.
Q-Tip. Okay. All right.
Oh,
They were hit. They were
Cameroon Troll.
Yeah.
Inside joke.
They were a hit not group.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says that they're regarded as a pioneer of alternative hip hop.
Alternative. Okay. All right.
So it's a
Well,
yeah.
See, and there's your tree branching off into.
All
right, you're gonna love the next one, and it's a damn shame. It is a true shame that this band is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame already.
Wait, they're not? Judas Priest?
What?
What?
Yeah, Judas Priest is nominated.
We must be getting down to the bottom of the list, so just tell me they're saving the best for last, right?
Well, I mean,
how the fuck is a band that from the fucking early 70s? Well, I guess I understand.
Played for 50 years. Or 51 years.
50 years of heavy metal when we saw them in Orlando.
Yep, saw them in Orlando.
Well, I mean, like, it took years for fucking anybody to recognize Deep Purple and Alice Cooper. Like,
It's a
how
shame.
the fuck
They
are
sleep on
icons?
these
They're
bands.
icons. They're not even really a band anymore. They've went from being a band to being iconic status.
They're one of my all-time favorites.
What the fuck?
Oh, keep it. Yeah.
Wow. You just kicked me in the nutsack on the right side of my nut because that's crazy.
Yeah.
Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Ted Nugent, bands like that are like I saw these guys, as a young kid, especially like Ted Nugent. Is Ted even in there? I don't think so. I don't think Ted's even been nominated.
They probably hate him.
And I saw his ass in the 70s. I saw a golden earring open up for Ted Nugent in 1976.
Nice.
And whether you agree with his political views or not, that shit set aside. That motherfucker is a rock icon. Get the fuck out of here. He should have already been there years ago. Yep.
Yeah, no, it's a damn shame. Judas Priest, you like Judas Priest? Yeah, see? She likes Judas Priest too.
That's because I play it a lot.
Yeah.
She hears it a lot.
I honestly think, really, too, that, video killed the radio star really fucking hurt our genre of music.
Go.
The only band that ever really helped was Motley Crue and fucking Def Leppard and Rat. That was it.
Yeah. All right, we're going to round down this list, and no, it doesn't, it kind of gets better, or it doesn't get better. It's kind of hard to top Judas Priest. Again, you're not going to top Judas Priest with the rest of the list.
No, the rest of that list.
Yeah,
compared
New
to
York
Judas
Dolls.
Priest,
Yeah.
sucks ass.
Yeah, they should be in there.
Yeah, they should be in there.
Absolutely.
They
Who?
should be.
New York Dolls.
New York Dolls, punk.
Yeah.
Punk.
Yeah, they're
I'm
punk.
gonna, I'm gonna grab punk with that too.
Yeah.
And Elvis Presley wants something to have.
Well, fuck, man. New York Dolls were around before fucking Kiss was around.
Yeah.
You know, they were a big influence on Kiss.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so absolutely.
So we also have Duran Duran. Yeah, I get it. It's, you know.
Well, okay. Now you guys are probably going to kick me in my left nut sack for this, but I will say this: I love Duran Duran. I didn't back then because if you listen to them, you were kind of a bitch. But as I grew up and grew as a musician, their musical phrasing and Andy Taylor, when he put the Power Station together with Robert Palmer, that band was fucking awesome. I mean, they were great. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah, I get it. What we're saying is rock and roll. They were a rock band. They just came from the UK at a time when pop was like the norm, I guess. But if you actually look at it, they were no different. And when they did hit the States, they were called the new Fab. Well, not the Fab Four, because there was like 5 or 6 of them in the band. But you know, they were the new Beatles of their era. So I mean, yeah, they were really. They kind of got screwed on the MTV thing, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, they weren't like New Kids on the Block or in Fag or something. So, right there. Absolutely, they played instruments and they were very good at what they did. So,
Yeah. All right, and MC5. Does anybody know what MC5 is?
fuck yeah, the originators of punk rock.
Oh, all right, no. All right, yeah, you get so, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you go back to the days before the Ramones, before Iggy Pop and all that shit. Those guys were playing on fucking like stages in like festival football stadiums. You know, they were doing the shit back before Iggy Pop with Iggy Pop and the Stooges. They were hardcore. You know, they did the same shit that the Kinks did back before you actually had distortion. They would make little slits in their the cones of their amps, and that's how they got their guitar distortion. So yeah, MC5 are totally fucking godfathers of a genre of music.
All right, yeah,
Absolutely.
no, there's so much shit you forget, you know? Yeah, MC5. And that rounds out the list of the nominees, and they have a fan vote, and, you know, fucking bullshit. I think Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's a joke.
Yeah,
It is.
With the exception of Judas Priest and who you mentioned.
Well, a few
You know,
of
it's
them.
insulting.
It is
You know?
really insulting. You do have a country music Hall of Fame. You do have a rhythm and blues. You have all that, and now you have we've had a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for a long time.
I do have a request, brothers. When we come back to do another show, if anybody is watching this, I would like the next show, let's focus on who the fuck is not in there that should have been in there years ago. Because that's a long fucking list and a big conversation that we
That's
can
that's like a 5-hour.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
So, well, that rounds out that list. What we have now is an article that, you know, you can include Rage Against the Machine and a few of the other assholes that sing about shit and don't mean it. So it says, new study shows 62% of heavy metal fans cannot separate art from the artist.
Abby, you can sit over here.
So it means that 62% of us don't give a shit what they're saying. You know, it's like, that's cool, man. You know, the other day you said, you know, I'm not going to do what you tell me, but today you're saying, let's fucking do it.
Well, I think a lot of that has to do with how society has developed. Okay, let's take this in context. Let's go back to the 80s when Iron Maiden wrote a song about Romy the Ancient Mariner. Okay, a 15-minute epilogue of something that was poetic. Oh, we can't have that because it increases devil worship and it's going to destroy our nation's youth. So we're going to set that to the side because that's just like terrible stuff. We can't have that. But yet, you fast forward 10 fucking years and then you got Snoop Doggy Dogg or one of these fucking rap guys talking about, I got to blast mine, get mine. And then that same song is the fucking, the anthem for Burger King. So I think that's where all that shit, that's where that comes from.
Right.
Heavy metal, to me, I mean, you can sit there and I was raised by a college professor, so I was educated in philosophy and shit like that, and I thought that heavy metal to me was a way of expanding your mind. I didn't want to go out here and blow my fucking brains out like the kids with the Judas Priest thing. They're like, well, it kills kids. No, what kills kids is that you're a bad fucking parent, and it all comes back to that. So when you get to people are taught we don't care what the lyrics are. Well, that's because you've developed a society that wants to hear shit.
Well, speaking of at killing kids, you would hear people say, metalheads, that it actually saved their lives because they may have been in a dark
absolutely
state of mind in their youth. They didn't belong. They were the outcast. They were the kid that got bullied because he was considered a freak. But heavy metal was there for him.
Thank you for saying that.
And
preach it, brother.
Right.
Preach it. Preach it.
And there were a handful of other kids that felt the same way, and that's what drew them together. That's what drew them to heavy metal.
I as a kid, because I became a musician and I'm a biker now because I wanted acceptance and I found acceptance in the metal community and in the biker community. When I was a kid, like I said, I grew up. I was raised by a college professor, and I was raised in a neighborhood that it was all about Madonna and Duran Duran, and I was the long-haired kid that had the Iron Maiden AC/DC T-shirt, and I got beat up almost every fucking day, chased by 5 or 6 fucking kids. I had to learn how to fight to survive, and it was because I liked heavy metal music. Now, had I been a weak person, if I was listening to Lionel Richie, I probably would have hung my fucking self. But no, Iron Maiden said, keep going. AC/DC said, get your fucking ass up. Let's fucking rock this shit. So, yeah, absolutely. That saved my life. It made me a better person, and it made me a scholar because I wanted to learn more, about how to develop myself as a human being. So, yeah, I absolutely agree.
And the other thing too, in regards to that is, I think heavy metal and rock and roll is probably the most diverse community of fans and musicians, regardless of what your political views are, what your sexual orientation is, your culture, your race. Nobody gives a fuck because it's all for the love and the passion. So regardless of what these asshole fucking journalists or people that work for fucking the fake news.
Yeah, absolutely.
I said it. Fuck them. Want to say that it's like about white supremacy. It's promoting white supremacy.
That's the biggest crock of shit.
Especially here in Florida, one of the biggest, what you want to call, minority groups that are at every fucking metal show in Orlando is the Latino community.
Yeah. And you and I have had this conversation before, sitting in your house, drinking beer, but listening to music. The biggest thing misconception about the heavy metal community is it's like a white thing. It ain't a white thing. There's goddamn Pantera videos where they got black people on their fucking bus hanging out that are brothers. It don't matter what your skin color is. It don't matter what your sexual orientation is or what God you worship. As long as you listen to heavy metal, you're a fucking brother. Plain and simple. You're a sister.
Rock and roll is our religion.
Yeah. and fucking one of the biggest founders of the whole fucking genre of it all was picked on because of the way he was and because he was different. And that's Elvis Aaron fucking Presley. He was bullied. He was bullied all the time. And he found an escape through music, and I think that's what brings us all together. I don't care what you look like, how big you are, or tattooed or not. Even if I ride a Harley, you want to fucking ride a Yamaha, that's great. Get up, let's fucking ride together. Let's go listen to fucking some good fucking music, and I think that's how our community is strong as it is, because it's a, like Jimmy said, I mean, it's not a black or white thing, it's not a green or gold thing, and unfortunately, I think that's why we lost Jimi Hendrix, because he was so ahead of his time, and we weren't ready to accept what he was able to give as a society. So yeah,
So, some will also argue that Jimi Hendrix invented heavy metal.
Well, I think it goes farther back
Yeah.
than Jimmy.
no, Robert Johnson.
Yeah, it goes farther back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Robert Johnson and the actual slaves. I mean, you know, if a guy I played in the band with had a old recording, and I don't know where the fuck he got it from, but it was slaves from the late 1800s on a chain gang, and you could hear the chains and the hammers when they were building a railroad, and they were the rhythmic pattern, and this is the last time I ever smoked pot in my life, because I was like, it fucked me up so much to hear that, and I felt it, that I was like, wow, what an amazing connection they had, and how it connected to me as a musician in this time, and how we all connect together
And that's,
sonically.
that's really what started the blues.
Yeah,
And blues is what started it all. Blues is what, was the focal point that, created country music,
Yeah.
rock and roll,
Well, music, it all starts with telling a story,
Mhm.
and we tell that story in different ways, and that's where our communities truly are born.
yeah,
It's born within, those stories and how we tell those stories.
Right.
So it builds a strong connection between all the community members, and it
Absolutely.
grows so
Absolutely.
much stronger every single day.
absolutely. And I think we developed from that too,
Absolutely.
as a society.
We evolve.
Yeah, and I think the people in our civilization as a whole that don't evolve from that aren't getting the message through the music, because
Yeah.
they're not connecting. Like most of us that connect through that sonic pattern, it doesn't matter who you are or where you come from or what you are. It's just, hey, bro,
No.
let's all sit down and drink a fucking beer and let's watch a
Yeah.
fucking band.
And that's,
Yeah.
that's the other thing too with, to go back about, the metal community is, I think the fans are the most passionate of any fan of
Oh.
any other music.
Absolutely.
You don't go to a country concert and see, rednecks or cowboys wearing a battle vest, with a fucking Hank Williams back patch, You don't get that at a country show. At a metal show,
Can I add to that, brother?
absolutely.
I think it goes both ways, and you guys can kick me in both nuts if you want to on this. But being a drummer, we get the same thing back. John Bonham behind the drum kit was amazing, and then Tommy Lee took that whole fucking drum thing, and it was amazing. It doesn't matter if he sounded like Neil Peart, fucking miss you, bro. That when you saw that, if you saw that drum solo live, he was giving back to us. And being a musician myself that had played many shows, every time I stepped behind my kit or sat behind my kit, I was playing because I loved to play on stage, but I love giving back to the brothers that came before me, the brothers that were coming after me on that show. So it's a give and take. So, but yeah, man.
Yeah, no, I think, back on topic, I think, we're all metal warriors. Don't,
For sure.
yeah. Well, don't sing something you don't fucking mean,
Yeah.
and I think all us metalheads need to call them out. And, if you're going to say you're going to swing an axe into somebody's fucking face, turn around and, wow, no violence, no this, no that. There's a lot of people, just like these cocksuckers, anti-gunners that go out and fucking shoot movies with fucking guns, and turn around and say, oh, no, nobody should own a gun. But yet they're out there fucking making movies with these guns.
Making a profit off of
making
fucking
a profit off of something.
action-packed
And that's why I have a problem with Rage. I used to love fucking Rage.
Well, I think a lot of those people are different than we are, even putting Rage in that, because like actors are different than musicians. And to me, just like you were saying, if you sing it, live it. So,
Yeah.
and there's very few musicians throughout time that have been that way. Bon Scott, Ozzy Osbourne, Keith Richards, those are the motherfuckers that sang it, played it, and lived it.
Lenny.
Well,
Yeah.
Rip Lenny.
I want to
Kick
take
me in
this.
the right nut. I'm fine.
Yeah, take this. You go to a show, you can be metal, you can go home, take off the clothes, and put your suit on for work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just got to keep the metal in your fucking heart, man.
Right.
I just
Yeah,
play it
that's
all
what it
fucking
is.
day at work and drive everybody nuts.
I mean, seriously, you got to live here. You know, if you're gonna
Absolutely.
do it, you listen to it, and love it. You got to listen to the lyrics. Listen to the
Can I
music.
call somebody out on that shit?
Yeah.
Kiss, if you're fucking listening, the only motherfuckers that have lived it and fucking did it were Peter Criss and Ace Frehley. Whatever the fuck you're doing, Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley, you can suck my fucking left nut because you're fake ass motherfuckers. And I've been a Kiss fan since the goddamn 70s. Fuck you. You're fake. Ace Frehley, Peter Criss, I love you. You're real. That's all I want to say.
Well, yeah, there you go. We got that out. That's, oh shit, man. Yeah. So, what we got next is top 10. I know. Les Claypool. Jesus, man. Fuck, that guy is performing a Rush masterpiece, A Farewell to Kings, entirely was like climbing Everest. And that's from Les fucking Claypool. Probably one of the best bassists on the planet.
Fucking phenomenal.
You know, I'd say he's definitely a top fucking 5.
You know you're a badass fucking bass player when you walk into a Metallica audition and go, hey man, let's play some Isley Brothers. You ain't got shit to fucking prove. So, yeah.
Yeah, shit. Steve Vai describes how Yngwie and Eddie Van Halen improved his playing. Well, you know, I mean, it's a competition. I mean, shit. Back in the 80s, I mean, you have people who set the standard in the 40s and 50s. I can, eventually when we get this all ironed out and all together, I can have some fucking video played for you right now. Some of these guys that were phenomenal guitar players that you know damn well Jimi Hendrix learned what they were doing and said, I want to fucking top that.
I
And
do have
that's
to disagree,
all that
though.
was in the fucking 80s. You know, all these guys turn around saying, you know, like Van Halen, Steve Vai.
Sorry.
Oh,
I have to fix something.
I do somewhat have to disagree with that statement, but I'll come back later.
But no, I'm just thinking in the 80s that these guys, you know, looked at what each other were doing and said, no, I got to fucking change it up. And constantly, progressively changing during the fucking 80s until we get now.
Okay, well, the reason I'm going to disagree with that is I'm not going to say Steve's right. You don't argue Steve Vai. He's a fucking god. But the only reason I want to say I disagree with that statement is, okay, you've got Eric Clapton, you know, all the way down to, say, Jimmy, to Ace Frehley, to Eddie Van Halen, so on, Steve Vai, Randy Rhoads, you know, Jakey Lee,
Right.
Zakk Wylde. I mean, and this is why I've skipped a shitload of fucking guitar players, and you both know it. But the reason I disagree with that is, I think being a musician, and I've been playing drums, you know, for a long time. You guys both know that. I've been playing since 5 years old. I'm never gonna be fucking Neil Peart. Mike Portnoy will never be Neil Peart, but Mike Portnoy is fucking, he's God, you know, he's amazing. And I think that it's not about being a superior, well, I'm the greatest drummer, or I'm the greatest guitar player, bassist, or singer. I think we all interpret music differently. So we approach. And take John. John's got a great voice. Love him to death, you know. But, you know, he's not Rob Halford. Nor will he ever be Rob Halford.
Right.
Tim Ripper Owens is a fucking god, but he will never be fucking Rob Halford. But
God damn it, he was worthy enough to,
Yeah,
you know, replace Rob Halford.
abso-fucking-lutely.
And one of my favorite vocalists.
Abso-fucking-lutely. And you know, I mean, I'm damn sure not taking anything away from Tim. But I'm just saying that I think we all interpret music differently and we approach it differently. And that's what makes music beautiful. You know, I wouldn't want to go, you know, or listen to I don't want Tim Ripper Owens to sound like fucking Rob Halford. I want Ripper to sound like Ripper. You know,
and
you can tell a difference.
And speaking of that too, that was the rest of the band, aside from Halford, well, at least KK Downing, I think it was, wanted to take Priest to a whole new level of extremity. Kind of like you could tell that they changed from their early works of the '70s, from Rock and Roll.
Oh, absolutely.
And, Sad Wings of Destiny to British Steel.
Yeah.
Then to Screaming for Vengeance and Defenders of the Faith.
Which
and
is
then
one of my favorite albums.
And then fucking Painkiller comes out. That was really fucking heavy for Priest as compared to what they did. Prior.
That went like this. I think Priest was at a level of going like this because we had an expectation, because I was there at that change, and I'd been with Priest since the '70s, and then when you got Painkiller, it went up, and then all of a sudden you got Jugulator, completely fucking. It was like, what the fuck is this shit? Then all of a sudden, and at the same time, I'm not taking away from what Priest was doing when because fucking. It was amazing shit, but fucking Halford went to a completely different fucking area in the world of metal and started fight, with Scott Travis. Fuck, that fucking album was amazing, I mean, and they were hanging out with fucking Love You Don, Miss You. They were hanging out with Pantera, I mean, those guys got really fucking tight. Have you guys ever the War of Words. Fight.
No, yeah.
We had a blind moment.
Sorry, no, I thought you were trying to say War of the Worlds. I was like, what?
Yeah.
War of the Worlds? Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
I had a speech impediment, people. It's all good. But, I mean, that fucking band was amazing. Pat Lockman, jammed with them. And we all know what Pat Lockman did with, with Damage Incorporated. So, or Damage Plan, excuse me. I have brain farts, so.
Yeah. No, I just think, I don't necessarily think they wanted to really one-up one another, It's more of I gotta make this sound, I gotta do this. I mean, shit, you can hear Eddie Van Halen, change. I mean, shit, fucking Pound Cake with the fucking drill. I mean, everything was constantly changing. It's not, I don't think they were, it was necessarily a one-up thing.
It's evolving.
Yeah, it's an evolution.
Yeah.
They were trying to stick with the
the need to sound, or the want to sound different. Although AC/DC doesn't have that problem because they sound the same.
Slayer as well.
Love it.
You notice that all kind of happened in the '90s when Halford left Judas Priest, Dickinson left Maiden, and a lot of people thought metal sucked in the '90s. And really, probably the biggest band of to wave the flag in the '90s was Pantera.
Goddamn right, love you, bro.
But I wholeheartedly believe that, or in my opinion, that Judas Priest kicked fucking ass with Ripper. Maiden kicked ass with Blaze Bayley.
Thank you for saying that, because now I will be one of the first people to tell you that when I heard the first album with Blaze Bayley, it threw me off. It took me a long time, and this is years after, to accept the fact and appreciate what Blaze did. Because you got to remember, I grew up with Paul Diano, and then when he left, and then Bruce Dickinson came in, I had to adjust to that. But obviously, I grew up through the Bruce Dickinson era. So if you're a Maiden fan, most Maiden fans that grew up with the band, it's Bruce Dickinson, and that the original three with Paul Diano. Those are like fucking how do you say the original books of the Bible kind of shit? What do they call that?
Original books of the Bible?
Yeah.
Genesis or.
Well, I mean, there's the Dead Sea Scrolls kind of shit.
Oh, Dead Sea Scrolls.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. That's Paul Diano era fucking Iron Maiden.
Right.
And with all putting the gods, kings of metal aside, of the '90s, you really had a lot of shit kicker death metal bands keeping metal alive in the '90s. Also, more of an underground movement. But god damn it, fucking Death, Chuck Schuldiner, God rest his soul. Friggin', when they kind of went to a more technical death metal approach with individual thought patterns.
Testament was really kicking ass in the fucking 90s. Chuck Billy, you're the greatest fucking metal goddamn vocalist in the fucking world. I love you.
Absolutely. Overkill kept it going strong. They release an album every fucking 2 to 3 years.
And let's not forget Metal Church people. I don't know why in the world we keep forgetting Metal Church, but they're fucking one of the greatest metal bands that came out of the whole fucking scene. Love you, Metal Church.
Obituary, we fucking love Obituary.
Yeah, Obituary.
Iced Earth.
Goddamn right. Everybody that's even played in Iced Earth, you're the fucking shit. We love you.
I believe their first self-titled album, Iced Earth, came out in 1990.
There you go. Yeah.
Obviously, if you guys are watching this, you're going to find out that we're huge Iced Earth supporters, so it's going to come up time and time again. So, yeah. And fucking Ripper sang for him, too, so.
Absolutely. Matt Barlow is one of the greatest.
We fucking love
time.
Matt. And to do what you did, leave a band that was so fucking phenomenal to do your part after that fucking 9/11 shit. Fucking kudos to you. You're a bad motherfucker. Your cock is bigger than Godzilla's. We love you.
That's a nice picture. Thank you. Just imagine that motherfucker.
Well,
walking
speaking of
around
which,
dragging that thing all over.
the most recent vocalist, Stu Block, just did a side project I just saw and listened to called the Midgard Project. The Great Divide, I think, was the name of the album. Check that shit out. If you're into fucking, I don't know how to describe it, fucking power metal, but just that fucking shred.
Metal.
The neoclassical shred and fucking blast beats and Stu Block's vocals, it's a phenomenal fucking album.
Can we
phenomenal project.
Since John brought this kind of shit up, I just want to touch on something, brothers. Because I'm a huge fan, have been since the 80s, and I'm still a fucking fan. And a lot of people really aren't talking a lot about this band and what has transpired, unless you're from fucking Seattle. But can we talk about Queensryche for a little bit? I mean, I want to get your opinions, because I think Todd LaTorre is fucking... He's a drummer, and sounds just as good. Old school Queensryche fans, I'm just like you are, but goddamn, he's right there with Jeff Tate. If you disagree with me, you can kick me in my left nut. I even give my right nut, you can kick it. But I think fucking Todd is fucking amazing. Have you guys even heard any of the Queensryche with fucking Todd singing?
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Fucking, that dude's amazing.
Well, I'm not going to turn it off. Oh, I'll just say.
Goddamn
it's
right.
Not bad. I'm not going to turn it off. I think a lot of these guys over the years, they change out people. What Judas Priest, people get a little upset. What it boils down to is, if you're going to get rid of all of Judas Priest, I don't mind you singing, but just go back to doing Rob Halford stuff. You sound just good. You still sing the Priest stuff.
I agree with that.
But with changing up people, some people fit better. I mean, look at Rob Zombie. How many times has he changed out his band? And now he's got these guys. He'll probably end up changing them out anyway. But
don't get rid of John 5.
Yeah. But it takes a while to find somebody that's going to jive with you right. And if people change over time, I know you're upset about Dave Ellefson and whatever fucking thing. It's got to be deeper.
Well, that shit happens.
But if he's out like that, something deeper had to have been going on, because I'm not going to believe that you jerked off in front of an 18-year-old, you're out. It's like, hey, it's just fucking.
It may have just been the last straw over some drama that they had going on.
Either
one of them may have.
As far as Megadeth's concerned, it's Dave, and that's it. I mean, it's Dave and whoever the fuck he wants to put them. It's always been that way.
Right, pretty much, and that's Dave. And I will admit, I feel that he's kind of a prima donna. Well, I mean, kind of everybody's probably going, that motherfucker is a prima donna.
Well, to me, now,
good.
you guys can kick me in both left or the right nut on this, but my personal opinion, the best lineup Megadeth ever fucking had was with Nick Menza on fucking drums, because that motherfucker was amazing. But I mean, like the shit.
Yeah, we'll get to that
All right,
in a minute.
getting serious now. My
All right,
glasses
I
are
know.
coming on.
Yeah, well, they finished the thought, man. Maybe I shouldn't put. It's like putting a fucking cookie in front of a kid.
Okay.
Jesus.
All right,
Christ.
I am not gonna fucking see. Okay, Black Label Society.
No,
I damn sure we're
no,
gonna see.
You got to read off what is that and.
Okay. The new Rockville.
Yes.
All right. So okay, you ready for this, motherfuckers? Kiss. If it ain't got fucking Ace Frehley and Peter Criss, it ain't fucking Kiss. It can be, but take off the fucking makeup and the goddamn costumes because it's the wrong fucking era. Do not have two fucking people that are playing Peter Criss and Ace Frehley. I'm fucking sorry. I'm with Eddie Trunk on this, and every goddamn true Kiss fan believes this shit. Fuck you, Gene Simmons. You're a fucking nothing. Oh, you're about money. Fuck you. You're not about music. All right. Death Punch, Papa Roach. In this
like
moment,
Four Finger Snatch.
Black
Come on.
fucking Label Society.
Fuck yeah.
How much can you say about fucking Zakk Wylde? Everything this motherfucker has ever done has been nothing but a masterpiece. Zakk, we love you. We love the whole goddamn BLS family. I'm part of the BLS family. We are all part of it. Fucking everything about Black Label Society fucking rules. Clutch. If you're not a fucking music lover or musician and you don't know who the fuck Clutch is, get the fuck out of here. You need to die. They're just fucking awesome. Oh, Big Papa Phil and the boys are coming down. I mean, what can you say? I mean, you're not getting Pantera anymore. The best thing you can fucking do is go see fucking Down.
Yeah.
Goddamn Phil Anselmo and the Illegals are fucking great, but I tell you what, Down is the fucking shit. We love you, Phil.
I've been listening to a lot of them lately.
Mammoth.
Yeah.
What can we say? It's a lineage. Don't know how anybody, how much do you feel about Van Halen? If you're a
Hey, I
Van
don't want to
Halen-
interrupt, but look, right there.
The sword. Okay. Okay. Hey, Wolfgang, we love you. You're a fucking icon just because your fucking dad and your fucking uncle. Van Halen is the shit. But let's talk about the sword. We're going to stop here real quick. If any of you know anything about this fucking band, they're out of fucking Texas. These guys are fucking like the
Classic
new age.
rock lives.
Sabbath.
Fucking,
Yeah.
Definitely doom metal.
Goddamn right. If
But
you-
they have a more classic rock vibe to them, and it sounds fucking badass.
Yeah, they're
Viking metal even.
phenomenal
Like
fucking band.
the Gods of the Earth album, great fucking album.
Guarantee you, I don't have the money to bet you, but I can guarantee you when the sword comes on, Tony Iommi's probably out there in the crowd watching them.
Fucking that's classic rock fucking lives. Thanks to bands like The Sword.
Bad Wolves, I don't know these guys.
Fuck him. Fuck them. Hey, no, fuck him. Fuck them.
Okay.
Well, it's a Tommy Vex thing, and they fucked Tommy Vex out of a lot of scratch. He tried to steal some of his fucking songs after throwing him out because of his political views. You know, we can't be brothers around here. No. You got to throw somebody out. You got to fuck somebody over their political views.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, come on, jeez, man.
I never Fuel.
Stupid.
Yeah, Tommy Vex
Fuel.
wrote most
Weren't they a fucking '90s band that kind of failed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Tommy Vex wrote most of the fucking songs.
He got fucked out.
Let's see. Okay, if John wants to take this, I don't know the rest of that. I guess
Yeah, take over,
I
John.
don't know anybody else on that motherfucker.
So we
Black
got,
Label Society there, so.
We got Tetrarch.
Tetrarch.
I'm not
Yeah,
familiar with
Tetrarch.
them. Okay.
They're good.
El Nino. We
El Nino,
saw
yeah,
them
we saw
in Judas
them.
Priest.
Wake up!
Oh yeah. She's gonna be a vocalist too one day, or she might even be a drummer because she loves to
Yeah.
play around with your kit. Let's see, Shaman's Harvest. Never heard of them.
Wow, they sound like they should be like kind of like a dark doom metal kind of shaman's
I'm
harvest.
sure they're good.
Opening for Black Sabbath.
Plush, I've actually
Daddy?
started following them on Facebook because I saw their. I think they're an all-female band, and I saw their vocalists do like a Dio cover, and that was when I was trying to
Really?
And that was when that was when we were all jamming at the time, and I was like, wow, she's really good, so I started following them.
I was thinking, intro, we got to get back in. Unless you have a recording, either Overlord or the last thing we did, for like a minute and a half intro.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
What?
She's pressing stuff on your phone.
Oh, she's trying to get
yes.
Disney Plus on your phone.
May I have another beer?
Yeah, I'll get you a
okay.
beer. Oh,
Okay.
she said
I'm
yeah.
just-
Yeah, I need one
Hold
too.
on, let me get you here.
Make that two, please.
What do you guys want?
Yingling. Oh, shit.
Anything, brother.
I guess I wasn't allowed to advertise.
What's
My
the,
bad.
I see a Megadeth logo over there. What's going on with
okay,
that?
so I was gonna finish the first day lineup,
Well, we're skipping ahead, aren't we?
but that's okay.
We love you, Dave.
Okay, so the next day is Korn.
I like
Hey,
hey.
Ray Luzier. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about Korn as far as the band, but I'll tell you what, Ray Luzier is a fucking genius behind the drum kit. He's
So
Take it
if
easy.
I don't care,
I love
for,
you, Ray.
If I don't care for a band, it doesn't mean I think they suck. They're just not my.
It's not his taste.
They're just not my taste.
well, I mean,
that's all.
there's a lot of bands that I don't like, but I fucking love their drummers, and fucking Ray Luzier is like a fucking just amazing guy. Drumming aside, I mean, just the guy's like super fucking cool, and he's a fucking goddamn god behind the drum kit. So we do love you, Ray.
So Breaking Benjamin.
I like them.
I've never really listened to them.
No, they're like a new age like hard rock band, but and they got a couple of songs that kind of remind me of Tool.
Okay.
So yeah, they're good.
And then we have the almighty Megadeth, which is kind of insulting that Korn and Breaking Benjamin
Yeah.
is headlining over Megadeth.
How in the fuck is Megadeth put on the backslide on
Yeah.
that shit?
That's kind of.
That's because you got an asshole
Thanks,
for a
Jesse.
fucking promoter that don't know fucking rock and roll. So whoever's promoting Rockville, you're a cocksucker because Megadeth should be a fucking headliner.
Absolutely.
I think
Well, they are
well,
one of the main headliners out of that lineup that day. I guess it's a 4-day event.
Still, Megadeth should be a front runner.
Right. Exactly. Totally agree.
Yeah, really? And what's your favorite band on there, Abby?
Okay. Hold on.
Different day, but I see a band on there I really respect a whole lot. We'll get to them
But
later.
back to
Seether.
I'm not gonna shut it
Didn't
off.
they sing that song about like I wanted like I can't remember.
All I remember is
Wasn't that the Spider-Man band?
Spider-Man band.
Yeah, didn't they sing that song in the Spider-Man movie in the fucking late 90s?
Oh, I just got spilled beer on Eddie. Oh shit.
Oh, he fucking loved that shit.
Lapped it up.
Seether. I know I've heard that fucking band before.
Well, all I know is
Seether's not really like a metal or anything like that. It's
No.
But didn't they like the 90s thing with what's that kid that fucking played in the horse movie that played Spider-Man?
Seabiscuit.
Yeah,
Yeah, Seabiscuit.
that dude. Didn't they?
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, didn't they play the fucking like the background music for that Spider-Man movie that he was in?
Oh, maybe.
They might have.
All I remember is somebody made a kick-ass like fucking Marine Corps combat footage video with the Seether song. I remember, and I know that because they played that in MCT when I was in MCT after boot camp.
I wouldn't think there's any backwash there, is there?
Okay, that's it.
Wrap it up.
No.
All right, who else you got?
Parkway Drive. Never heard of them.
Nope.
Skillet.
Yes.
I know
Yeah,
they are.
I've
Yep,
heard
yep,
that
yep,
band.
yep.
Aren't they? They're supposed to be like an old school kind of like.
They're like alternative rock, I think.
Okay.
No, they're a bit heavier than that.
Are they?
Yeah, they're
Okay.
a bit heavier.
Ministry.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. In Flames. Good melodic death metal. Seven Dust.
I like Southern Dust because I think when I first, do you know who discovered that band? JJ French of fucking Twish's sister.
No shit.
Seen them playing in the club down here and fucking
Okay,
signed
that's
them. They're
enough.
fucking badass. Seven Dust is, they ain't no joke, man.
Enough.
Hate Breed.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jamie
yeah.
Josta,
Stop.
absolutely.
Stop.
Absolutely. Anything Jamie Josta does is
Okay.
fucking
I said stop.
hate breeds the shit.
Hey, cut this mic off.
It's
Oh, it is off.
All right. Never
It's,
mind.
it's bleeding into yours.
Black Dog. Hate Breed.
We just
Black
talked
Dahlia,
about hate breed.
Yeah,
Okay.
murder, yeah.
Oh, did I say Hate Breed?
Yeah.
I thought I said Seven Dust.
You,
Anyway.
you did. You
Okay.
said that hate
That's
word
mine.
before.
Okay.
We got yours.
Black Dahlia Murder.
Yeah.
I've never actually listened to them, but I have heard of them. I've seen a lot.
I've
of
seen them play at the fucking Hard Rock.
Okay.
But, and no disrespect to you guys, I just got really fucking drunk that night and probably missed the show. But
We've all done that. We came as Romans.
never heard of them.
We came on Romans. I mean,
I didn't come in our room.
Don Bracco.
well, you do know Roman women are actually Italian, so
Hey, I'm half Sicilian, so I'm good with it. Okay.
I'm a quarter Italian of some kind.
Well, you know, I'm half Sicilian, I'm half Cherokee, 3/64 Jewish, and 1/10 of Vietnamese.
Oh,
Right, that
Yeah,
part of me.
I don't know
right
how to keep track of all
no,
that.
it's probably your dick.
Hey, I love all Asian people, especially the Vietnamese, because your fucking food is amazing.
Yeah.
We speaking of, you know what? Speaking of Asians, I think the Who are on here.
Yeah, and that's one,
HU.
that's a day I
Those
will not
guys are
fucking
mine.
miss.
Yep, they are on
I
here.
Yeah.
love those motherfuckers, man.
They're true, they're real
Mongolian
Mongols.
motherfuckers, yeah.
Yeah, they're from Mongolia. Fuck it, we love
they're
you,
the
Who.
shit.
Yeah.
You're the shit.
New Year's Day.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, okay.
Dead. DED.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Okay. Stick to your guns.
No way.
No.
Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Diamante.
Okay.
don't
Never
know.
heard of them.
Archetypes Collide.
So,
Death Tour.
And I would like to say if this, you know, if you guys are listening, all these other bands that we haven't heard, we're not putting you down. We just never heard it because, you know, you're on the smaller bill. So, hey.
Sorry, we just have nothing to elaborate on.
Yeah. So, I mean, if we hear you and we fucking love you, goddamn, we're going to fucking promote your shit, you know.
bring it up.
Especially if your drummer is left-handed because left-handed drummers fucking rock.
So bringing up Seether again, you're right. They did have a song in the Spider-Man movie.
And so I was right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They didn't do all the soundtrack, but they did have like one or two songs in there.
Cool. Yeah. So I wasn't putting you guys down. I just thought I knew that, you know, you had a song for Spider-Man.
All right, so moving on to the Saturday lineup.
I'm not going to comment on one of those bands, but I will say the
Well,
band that I'm
here's
talking about, Slash, I fucking love you. I think you're a fucking god.
Okay, so that kind of narrows it down. Not Velvet Revolver or Slash, but the almighty
Stay
Guns
here,
N'
whatever the
Roses.
hell that was.
So it's great to see fucking GNR back together, fucking doing their thing. But we all know, you know, there's always been issues in bands of that status. But throughout that whole thing, fucking Slash is a god. When he shits, it fucking gleams gold. So you're a badass motherfucker. And I saw you open up for Ozzy with fucking Miles Kennedy. Slash, if you're watching this, and I've texted you time and time again on Instagram, Facebook. I've stalked you. I love you, bro.
All right, so we all know Guns N' Roses. Shinedown is the following lineup.
Yeah, they're a Florida band, so yeah, man.
They're not bad. They're not bad.
Rise Against.
Yeah, they're not bad.
And Bush. I'm assuming John Bush, right?
I don't know how big is
Is
this
that,
bush.
or is that Kate Bush? Is that
It
what
just
we're
says
talking about?
B-U-S-H. Bush.
Yeah, no, I know who Bush is.
Well, somebody needs to text that motherfucker because there's a thing called manscaping these days. So whatever.
Well, speaking of John Bush, Saints Row is the supporting act for Wasp U.S. tour.
So you talking
Yeah,
about
I'm
John
gonna
Bush?
go see fucking Wasp, yeah.
So is like John doing his own thing, or Armored Saints?
It's
like
Armored Saint.
Oh.
Supporting Wasp.
Yeah.
fucking Armored Saint, we fucking love you. John Bush, we fucking love you. We're big Anthrax fans, and everything that you did with Anthrax was fucking amazing. But goddamn, Armored Saint fucking rocks. We love you.
Yes, Armored Saint rules for sure. Jerry Cantrell.
Fucking absolutely. Yeah, we love Jerry. I mean, you're a great guitar player. You're a great fucking songwriter. I love everything that fucking Alice in Chains doing. Keep your shit going. You know, don't fucking stop, man. Good fucking music.
Oh yeah. Nothing more. I'm not sure.
Never heard of them.
I got mine.
Baronis. I want to say I've heard of them. I never listened to their music.
I see it.
Any of you guys know Baronis?
No, and if anybody out there, when we mention your band,
Yes, I like
and we haven't heard of you, we're not knocking you. Send us some of your shit.
Yeah,
you know,
that's. I
we'll
think the
play
big
it.
thing is if you're a small band, please send us your stuff. We'll play
Absolutely.
it. Make sure you tell us we can play it on the media here.
Yeah.
You know, on this outlet. It's going to be YouTube and Twitch and
We do not want to be copyright struck.
no.
That would not be a good situation.
No.
Yeah.
We just
But
want to
we're-
support the underground.
Yeah, we don't
movement.
want to
Yeah.
be. Yeah, we wanna support
Especially
everybody.
here in Central Florida, there's a lot of underground and really kick-ass death metal bands here.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, our buddy Mike Hutchinson's playing a gig tonight with his band Corium. Check fucking Corium out. They kick ass.
Yeah,
They're
so-
not exactly death metal. They're more like hardcore,
This is his shirt.
metalcore maybe, but.
This is mine.
Yeah. Oh, that's believe the another mic. There's too many of you motherfuckers.
Yeah, there's too many of these motherfuckers.
yeah,
I thought
yeah.
that's what it was.
That's Florida. That's a Florida death metal scene. Show them the back
Oh,
of your
okay.
Yeah,
Show them the back of your shirt too. That's a kick-ass fucking logo right there.
And the whole point when you see this
Yeah.
is
Where brutality is law.
we're kicking this whole thing is new, and we're kicking this off, and it's going to evolve. But the whole idea behind us three, it's sitting in front of this goddamn camera, is promoting local music, evaluating established music, and, evaluating guitars and drums and shit. Look, I grew up playing Pisces cymbals, and I ended up playing Sabian, and then I evolved. Now I'm playing fucking Mino cymbals.
Well, that's
So-
the other thing is I'd like you to review some of the shit that you've played with, and tell
Absolutely.
us how you feel about it. Like, I mean, we're gonna even review these mics, and you need to review everything.
Shit, yeah.
You
I
know-
mean, everything. I mean, this is like kind of like I don't remember that TV show that had I can't brain fart, but the Man Show.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
remember
Man
that
Show, yeah.
This is basically kind of like the Man Show, but it's the metal show
but-
for guys and girls and people of the metal community. So you got questions, you got fucking shit you want. Hopefully we'll have a website. We'll have shit where you can just come in and we'll talk about everything. From music to fucking Gibson guitars and Harley Davidson motorcycles, Mustangs and old school fucking Mopar shit. Everything, tattoos.
Yeah,
So-
no, it definitely. I definitely want to talk about some of the garbage
Yeah,
I've fucking come across because
absolutely.
yeah, if it doesn't work out for me, it doesn't work out for me. If it's good, I'm gonna tell you it's fucking good.
See, right
Yeah.
there, no bullshit. If
Yeah.
it's fucking just like I'm a huge Kiss fan. If you were on this and you saw what I said, fucking Gene Simmons can suck my cock. I don't give a shit. I'll tell you straight the fuck up, and that's what we're gonna do.
Well, if
we're
you wanna-
gonna give you straight up shit.
If you want to do gear reviews on here too, we need Stewart on here.
Yeah, no, I'd like to get Stuart in here to do gear review.
Yeah.
And
That's
if bands, especially local bands, have just done an album and they're trying to promote it, come in.
Fuck
you
Yeah,
know?
come in.
Yeah.
Contact us through the. Right now, it'd have to be through making comments. We'll have a website.
P.O. box.
Eventually, we'll get a PO box, and I'll have an email. If you contact us, we'll figure out a way to contact each other. We can email each other, and I can send you an address to send like a CD, or you can email me music, and we'll play it and review it.
Hell yeah.
But remember, when you do that, we will tell you if we like it, it's going to get fucking great reviews. If we don't like it, we'll tell you what's wrong with it. And we're not being
Yeah,
dicks.
we don't want to like be negative towards you,
Yeah.
or what's the term I'm looking for? We don't
Dickheads.
Well, yeah, we just want
Not really
we
being
would just want to
dickheads.
tell you what we think could improve.
Yeah,
or,
absolutely.
What we like, what we don't like.
Yeah.
Positive criticism, and it's not like and most of us, because we like everything, it'll be like the kick drum needs to come forward. Whoever the engineer was needs to push that forward. The bass was too much and it was overriding the guitars. Well, because I've been playing for years and I've done well over 5 studio albums. So I'm not a fucking virgin to this shit. So I'll tell you, your fucking band's great. The album sounds good, but the recording, this is what needs to happen. So go back and have it re-engineered. Do it with a different engineer or something like that. So we're not against anybody. We're wanting to promote every band. Get the fucking rock scene back up where it needs to be.
Especially here in Central Florida, because we go to a lot of local underground gigs like the Haven in Winter Park, Orlando. The Rubik's Cafe down in Melbourne, or what's another one? I don't know.
If you have
The
money,
the Haven's probably the
Shovelhead.
the Shovelhead in Longwood. Yeah.
and if you have money and you want to invest, Brevard County, or at least over here on the fucking East Coast, we could really fucking use a fucking metal venue over here because we're right here next to 95. So if Space Center's right across the bridge. Yeah. And I want to say something. This really pissed me the fuck off. It kicked me in both my left and my right testicle on this one. Right there on 50 where there
50 in US 1?
where Gold Line is?
Yeah.
Okay. There used to be, right now they just re-innovated it to a indoor fucking what do you call those, like a storage facility.
With the Golden Lion?
Oh yeah.
No. It used to be the Kmart.
Oh, okay.
You're not talking about the Golden Lion, you're talking about the Kmart.
Yeah, right there next to the Save-A-Lot.
Bowling alley.
The bowling alley. It used to be a fucking Kmart. Okay, Anna and I used to talk. If we could get the fucking funds, that would have been a great fucking nightclub. You could have had metal bands, throughout the weekends, rock bands during the week. It could have been something for clubbers and shit, right? Because it's right there on fucking 95.
Well, remember you and I too were talking about that venue that was right there on the corner, like 50 in US 1. Remember?
Yeah.
That place was actually not a bad fucking little venue.
It's fucked up. It's not
had a
being
stage
used.
and shit in there.
Yeah, it used to be right there next to the fucking Walgreens, on the other side of Walgreens.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I've seen bands in there. It had, but the place right there that used to be the Kmart, it was fucking huge. It could have been like where you could have had shows like Hard Rock and House of Blues. Those kind of level of shows could have been in that facility because we're right there off 95. And if bands are starting their tours, it could have been like in Miami, just like Ozzy did when, unfortunately, when Randy died. They started in Miami, started working their way up the East Coast. We could have been a stop off. That could have been fucking parking was right there. Yeah. All of a sudden somebody buys it and turns it into a goddamn inside fucking storage facility. That's the stupidest fucking thing you could have ever fucking done.
That's the big thing is Loan stores, storage facilities, and liquor stores, man.
What the fuck?
That's Titusville.
Yeah. But no. So we were talking earlier about big bands not retiring, and big bands like Metallica, or Billy Joel.
Yeah. Okay.
And Paul McCartney, $1,000 a ticket.
New topic on this.
What the fuck?
I gotta take a
Well,
leak.
see that's
All right,
another
brother.
reason why I
All right.
praise Iron Maiden.
You
so
piss
much.
your pants, motherfucker.
But that's another reason why I praise Iron Maiden so much, because they're not $1,000 ticket. They're maybe,
Reasonably priced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're at most a couple
I
hundred.
Yeah,
got
a lot of them.
What kind of
Rob
seats?
Zombie's the same fucking way, man.
With
And-
bands like that, that's good. But I think that when we're talking about Billy Joel and Paul McCartney, we're talking about icons beyond icons. Okay.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You got people who are never going to retire, but they're going to still price their tickets at.
Elton John,
Yeah,
$1,000 a fucking ticket in the goddamn nosebleeds.
But then you got Bruce Dickinson quoted saying, "We're probably going to drop dead on stage," and they're still keeping their tickets reasonable.
Right.
They're like, we want as many people to see us as possible. That's why even they play big venues, small venues, they play everything.
And I get where
Wasn't
you're
that the
going
whole
with that.
point to begin with, being in a rock band?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it was like, I want to play for you because I love playing. And
It's
now
the
that you're a
music, yeah.
fan, support us.
Right.
Not that, okay, I have a band together. Now I'm this like iconic fucking drummer, and I want you to pay, $2,000 a ticket to sit all the way back there to let. So I look like a little fucking flea behind the drum kit, and you can't fucking see me.
Right.
Get the fuck outta here.
You need a monitor to fucking see everything. It's like,
Yeah.
oh shit, there he is. I
And-
can look at him on the big screen. I might as well fucking stay at home and watch the video.
And with all due respect, if you do pick up on this, because this is what they're saying, Metallica, I fucking love you, but god damn, I mean, we were there when you were nothing. We were the ones that helped you get there. And I'm not just picking on you, I'm using you as an example because you should be the example to the fucking rock world. Who the fuck wants to sit in the goddamn nosebleed seats up here and sees Kirk Hammett that fucking big unless he's seen him on a fucking silk screen and paying thousands of fucking dollars for that? That's bullshit. You know? I'd rather go see a fucking no-name band in a fucking club that's playing your shit that actually plays it with more intensity and heart than what you're fucking doing.
Oh,
absolutely.
speaking of all that and what Jesse had just said before I walked out of here, Slayer was another one that big band and didn't require $1,000 a ticket. And I saw them 3 times, and damn,
But-
is that fucking amazing?
I will
Jeff,
tell
we love you, bro.
I will tell you that Billy Joel is a good guy.
Oh, no, I love Billy.
No, the simple fact is he keeps, from my understanding, I don't know how many rows. He keeps a front row, or 2 or 3, or I don't know how many.
Mm-hmm.
And he has people go out and say, hey, go out in the back and pull these fans up here and let them have a front side seat. And he pulls fans out so they can sit up fucking front.
Oh, I get that.
All the cheap seats and shit. And it's the cheap seats. He's not going up to $1,000 seat and going,
Is he
hey,
gonna pay in
you
the
want to
ass?
sit 5 more rows up?
Is
No,
he
he's
gonna pay
going
in
in
the
the
ass?
fucking back.
A little bit.
You come on up here.
Yeah, well,
I like that shit.
but see, here's the thing that's different from Billy Joel as opposed to all these other bands that are doing that kind of shit. Billy Joel, okay, I got 2 stories. First one is my cousin went and saw him back in 82, 83, and one of her friends wrote a note, got it to one of the stagehands, and he walked it up to fucking Billy Joel. She was a fucking huge Billy Joel fan. It was her birthday, and he wished her a happy birthday.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
John Mellencamp, same kind of fucking way. He's a fucking true fucking dude. But like my point with Billy Joel is that guy had to fucking learn boxing so that he could play fucking piano because he was getting beat up every fucking day. He never forgot that he came from the fucking streets. unlike a lot of fucking people that we see today that
Abby.
did come from the streets and they got the wealth, they got the money, and they forgot where the fuck they came from and who got them there.
Right.
He is a true old school street New Yorker fucking kind of dude, and God bless him for that, for the lack of a better term. But
Happy with me.
yeah, John Mellencamp's same fucking way, man. I mean,
Hey,
you know,
listen.
I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but you know, if anybody out there like fucking John Mellencamp's a bad motherfucker. Same kind of, you know, I like people like that. They come from the streets, they live by the streets, they made it, they never forgot where the fuck they came from.
No.
Paul McCartney, on the other hand, love him to death. Goddamn, I love the fucking Beatles, but you know, when you see fucking Paul McCartney, you know, he gets it. I am Sir Paul McCartney. You know, it's
Right,
not a big difference between those two.
I, you know, if I was, you know, I don't know, maybe it's my personality. I'd kind of like, I'm a sir, but you know, you know, just like with anything else. It's hey, you're a god. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm just a fucking regular guy. You know?
Right.
I get that, you know, people want to be viewed and treated like regular people, and I have, you know, seen, you know, I lived in Orange County in California for a long time, and I've seen Kobe, I've seen other basketball players, football players, and what have you, you know, in Orange County, and and Dennis Rodman's another one.
I think he's real as shit.
A piece of shit or real shit?
No, he's real as shit.
I love Dennis Rodman.
He's like, never met the guy, but I think he's one of those people, from what I've seen, that's, because I heard that he was like homeless, and just never forgot that shit. And he don't give a fuck whether you're white, black, pink, polka dotted, or pinstripe, gay, straight. He's just like a fucking straight up dude. And kudos to that.
I've seen him a lot of times, and you know, it's like the Kobe thing, the first real run in, because I was a real Laker fan at the time, and but I saw him. He was injured, and same time I got injured, and I was at his doctor. I'm not going to say the doctor's name. I don't want to get in trouble, but I was at the same doctor, sport medicine doctor that he was, and he'd gotten injured the night before. My wife turns around and says, "Yeah, it wouldn't be funny if you saw him." Well, sure, shit. I saw him. I was in. They rushed him in to go sit and see the doctor, and I got called in 5 minutes later. So I walked by, I see him out of the corner of my eye in his room, and you know, I don't want to, you know, hey, you're fucking Kobe Bryant, you know, and I went through my doctor's appointment, and he, you know, looked me over and goes, "Oh yeah, you're gonna still have to do physical therapy, blah blah." I walk out, I see him, he looks at me, and I give him the nod, and he smiles, and he, you know, nods back. It's like, I'm not going to bust your balls for being a fucking celebrity. You're in a situation right now, you don't need somebody going, "Autograph, please."
Right.
You know, he's cool as shit. It's fucking real people, man.
You know, I've only met one famous person in my entire life, and it was probably the greatest moment of my life as far as meeting somebody. But I was driving down 528 heading toward Orlando, and I'm sitting there driving, you know, listening to fucking whatever I had on the radio, and I saw this sign. You how all the signs are digital now, so that they change real quick.
Yeah.
Out of the corner of my eye, I saw this picture of Peter Criss. I was like, that's fucking Peter Criss. And something made me get off on the next exit, turn around, go back up, come back, and it was Peter Criss. It was like, it wasn't the Comic-Con, but it was like the Halloween version that they have. So I was like, man, that's fucking Peter Criss. I've got to go meet Peter Criss, Neil Peart. They're my idols. So I get there that weekend. It was on a Saturday, and you know, I've never met anybody famous. Don't really care to. Dime was already dead. That'd probably be the only motherfucker. I just want to sit down with that guy and, you know, drink a Zach too. But I just didn't really give a shit. But this is Peter Criss. I grew up with this motherfucker. That's why I played drunk. So you know, you got chicks in there with big titties, and they're pushing them up, and they're wearing halfway nothing, just crossing
Right,
the middle,
right.
getting their titties signed and whatever. I was the only fucking drummer in this whole goddamn crowd, and I'm standing there with my snare drum in the case, and I'm sweating. I've been probably like 3 or 4 hours of standing in fucking line, and it's going up and down, and I could hear when I was inside. Oh my God, Peter, you're the greatest drummer. I love you. I love Kiss. Sign my titties. That kind of shit. You know, and his fucking wife's right there, you know. So I get to like where Jesse's at, right? I'm standing right there, and Peter's on the other side, and fucking he looks at me, and I'm like, oh, that's fucking Peter. He just looked at me like, fuck yeah, he knows I'm here. This fucking big bodyguard motherfucker walks up and grabs my fucking snare and says, you can't get this signed unless you have money. I didn't know. I've never met anybody famous before. I said, I'm sorry, I apologize. I didn't know. Fucking Peter gets up, walks around the fucking table, grabs my fucking snare, gives me a fucking hug, comes over and goes, come here, talk to me. That's all I can fucking say, you know. This fucking rock icon is talking to it, and my fucking tongue felt like 1,000 miles an hour. He didn't give a shit that he was Peter Chris of Kiss.
Right.
You know, to him, he's a fucking this is a drummer. I'm a drummer. And finally, I could fucking say, you know, I play Pearl because of you. He goes, Mike, I don't play Pearl no more. I play DW. I said, I know, but I can't afford DW drums. He goes, I've been talking to them about that to lower their prices. Fucking signed my fucking snare, gave me a fucking picture, and walked around the table again, gave me a fucking hug. I mean, like a brother hug. I
That's
start
cool
crying
shit.
like a fucking little girl.
Oh, you
People are looking at me. It was like when you see like the Beatles shit, and you're like, "Oh, Paul." I was like fucking crying. Like I was like, "Man, this ain't me," but I couldn't help it. You know,
Right.
I grew up with this.
Well, yeah, I get it was a genuine moment. Man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool as shit.
Yeah. And-
Now, if that was Gene Simmons, you probably would have had you thrown out in fucking your
Exactly. And Peter was just like one of those guys. I'm not Peter Chris, the drummer that you think I am. I'm just a regular fucking guy. And thank you for coming to see me. That was his attitude. And if I was ever, you know, of course, I'm too old now. If I was to make it to that level,
Right.
before every fucking show, I'd be walking down the street going, "Thanks for coming to the show." Eric Carr used to do that, I heard too. You know, these people that get this fucking rock star attitude bullshit, you need to go away because it's not about you. You know, you didn't get yourself there because you're an amazing bass player or a guitar player or a fucking drummer. You got there because we fucking put you there.
Right.
You know, don't ever forget that. And I'm hoping that you know, all the great guitar players, like if you've been Zach Wild,
Really.
you go to meet Zach Wild. I mean, I don't know how he is now because he don't drink. Back in the days, I've had a lot of guys that I used to jam with would go to see Black Label shows, and he'd fucking he's walking down the goddamn alley, playing a fucking shithole club, and buys them fucking beer, and sits down and that's how you fucking do it.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, I guess the first famous person I ever met, or group of famous people I ever met was Massacre at Will's Pub in Orlando, because, basically they were the founding members of Death, along with Chuck Shoulder.
Absolutely.
And I made eye contact with Rick Ross, and Rick Ross was the same kind of, but you know, to me it was like, you know, I was starstruck because of my passion for metal, you know, let alone, you know, Death. And oh my God, that's Rick Ross, and you know, same way. He's your average, you know, ordinary guy, but you know, friggin'. And I think my wife was telling me because you know she's not into metal like we are, obviously.
Wake up.
Stop. But he stepped on his he stepped on my wife's foot like accidentally, and he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, miss. He's like, can I buy you a drink? She's like, nah, that's okay. And then another fanboy goes, that's the man. You don't ever refuse a drink when the man offers you a drink.
Shit.
But that's the way.
Yeah.
That's the way everybody should be.
Right.
Well, like the very first time that when I was playing back home, we opened up for Danzig, and my singer was standing in the fucking line. We didn't have to stand in line. We were a fucking opening band, but he was standing in the fucking line. Goddamn Glenn's not really tall, but he's like as thick as a goddamn brick wall.
Right.
And fucking hit Mike, and just kind of like one of those nudge kind of things. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Michael's like, fucking Glenn dancing, But that's how you're supposed to be. You be cool about it, man.
Right.
Treat your fucking fans with respect, because they're also your brothers,
Yeah, and that's you treat them with respect, and they got to treat you with a little respect too. Yeah, they got to know where they're coming from, but that's the thing. Harsh too, is I hear people remind me, if it fucking wasn't for us paying for your fucking tickets, it's like, well, don't come to the fucking show, man.
Yeah.
But stop talking. Anyway, they know this, but a lot of them are like, Paul McCartney or Elton John. It's like, they're going to pay to see me, and I'll tell them to fuck themselves right in the audience. You can suck me backwards.
Right. And I think they should all take a lesson from St. Dime. Because I don't think there's any place that Pantera or Damage Plan had ever fucking played where that motherfucker didn't walk outside and hung out with his own fucking people, Yeah. And
his only rule was you had to get fucked up with him.
Yeah. It was definitely a drink-a-thon with Dime, but and that's something too. Dimebag is
to Dime it was.
Yeah.
If there ever was a Jesus Christ, he was reincarnated in Dimebag. So that motherfucker.
I only ever heard stories and seen videos. That guy just looked like he just wanted to have fun.
He was.
He just looked like a big kid.
He was
Back
so
motherfucker.
on the street level of fucking people. I mean, like if when Pantera was at their biggest height of being the biggest fucking metal band in the goddamn world, they'd pull in, and whatever the road crew was doing, that was fine. He'd get on a fucking bicycle, and especially if you love football, he'd fucking he'd talk football. If you love drinking, you better. Because if you didn't, he's gonna make you drink. That's just the way the fucking dude was. And fucking rock and roll, he was a goddamn encyclopedia about fucking music history.
Right.
And that's the way you should be. Because if you get to that point, especially if you're playing in a band and you're Lamb of God's the same way. Those guys are fucking amazing. They never forgot where they came from. So my point being, if you're lucky enough to get signed to a label and you're living the life, you're going from town to town, you're being paid to play, don't forget where the fuck you came from, because it was your fans that put you there. It wasn't the record label. It wasn't the guy sitting there going, sign here on the dotted line. Leonard Skinner was the same fucking way. Those guys were amazing. They never forgot where they came from. They were always, street savvy about, we're just regular people, So, and then of course, you get assholes like Gene Simmons. Going back to that shit.
Well, yeah, there are plenty of assholes to go around.
Yeah.
What can you say? Gene Simmons is Gene Simmons. He's a genius, though.
Oh yeah,
a marketing genius. I'll tell you that.
No, I'm not gonna say anything negative as far as his fucking business mentality.
Document.
But he's definitely forgot what Kiss was about, because Kiss is nothing today what they were back when I was growing up. It was completely about that's something I loved about
Death
Peter.
to Disco and fuck
Yeah.
it.
But at the same time, their Kiss popularity is nowhere near the height now of what it used to be.
Well, it actually is even bigger, and it's
Well, only because the population's bigger, but going by, if you kind of base it off of percentages, any bands from 70s, 80s, and 90s are going to be way lower than what they used to be. Not necessarily on numbers, but
Right.
per however many people, this many people listen to the band.
The difference between what Kiss was in the 70s when I was growing up and when Kiss was Kiss,
Yeah.
the devotion is
Well, yeah.
completely different.
Yeah.
I mean, because I got beat up being a Kiss fan, you know. Damn sure was an outcast because I was a Kiss fan. Iron Maiden fan, Judas Priest fan, but especially when rock was at its, to me, 60s and the 70s, rock was pure, you know. And if you weren't Billy Joe Jim Bob listening to fucking whatever was popular on the radio, you were an outcast. So the thing about the misconception of being, well, not misconception, but the misplacement of who the fuck you were, Gene Simmons has completely forgotten that, okay, you're a fucking billionaire because I bought your albums, I bought your t-shirts, I bought your posters, you know. It wasn't this dickhead over here who used to listen to Casey and the Sunshine Band and then all of a sudden started listening to Madonna and then started listening to Snoop Doggy Dogg and then started listening to fucking Taylor Swift because it was popular. Those are the people that you cater to. Then you have musicians like Ronnie James Dio, you know, who is a true fucking rock metal god that never forgot, these are my people, and never once turned his back on us. Lemmy was the same way. Bon Scott was that way when he was alive. Dimebag was that way. You know, don't forget the people that fucking put you where you're at. You know. It's always good to have new fans, no matter where they come from, but never forget that it was Cliff Burton was a great example, and I think Metallica is a good example for that. If you guys want to comment on that, you know, when Cliff was alive, Metallica fans were true Metallica fans. After that, and I'm not busting Jason Newsom's balls, because I think Jason Newsom is a true Metallica fucking bassist, fucking a true Metallica fan, and I think that was one of the reasons that led to him leaving the band was, you know,
It changed from what
they got to they started forgetting about the origins of where they came from.
Playing the Super Bowls and
Yeah,
the Warcraft shit or BlizzCons and playing, you know,
like
Pepsi commercial.
when John went and met, you know, big Overkill fan, those guys are still on the same fucking street level. You know,
Oh, yeah.
You know, they don't forget who the fuck they are.
Yeah, no, those guys are, you know, been around for, you know, 40 years.
Yeah.
And they are always touring. They're always writing and releasing new material every 2 to 3 years, it seems like.
Yeah.
They've got like 19 studio albums,
Yeah.
and that's not you know, not including the, you know, the live albums and their, you know, cover albums or whatever.
Right.
that's the happy medium that has to be found in every band, but most bands don't find it. Is no matter how big you get, you've got to remember who your fans are.
Exactly.
And what you start out with, you still have to not necessarily be extremely humble, but at least have a little bit of be a little humble and have a little bit of humility.
Yeah. Yeah.
To remember where you came from.
Perfect word, humility. And you know, you've got Overkill, you've got Accept, you've got Metal Church, Testament. You could probably go to a Testament show today. You know, they don't care if they're playing Amway Arena or they're playing some shithole down here in fucking, you know, they don't give a shit.
How many bands can you think of who got not necessarily too big for their britches, but didn't realize that their fame was falling, or that maybe they were taking it a little too far of how big their head was getting, and led to their downfall. You know, it happens a lot.
I think a good example of that is I think I'm just gonna throw Def Leppard out there because Def Leppard was a street band
Yeah.
that got really big in the '80s. They kind of picked up and forgot where they came from, but I think now that they've gotten to that point where they're like, wait a minute, you know, we're fucking huge. We have been huge, but they've kind of like they pulled themselves back.
Yeah,
And
they went up, came down, and realized, oh,
yeah,
we better cool it a little bit.
yeah, and I respect that. And
If you can pull yourself out of that, it's really impressive because a lot of people don't.
exactly, and if it happens to anybody, if we were to pick up and get like huge, we're gonna lose sight of like who we were when we first fucking sat in like John's room, just starting making noise.
Well,
But we had to pull ourselves back from that.
yeah, and then like another thing, kind of breaking away from metal, going to more rock, Queen.
Yeah.
You look at Freddie Mercury, he became a diva.
Yeah.
He became all about himself, and then Queen broke up, led to his downfall of his career.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else went on doing a bunch of different things, and finally he brought himself back, and he's like, I'm sorry, I've been a dick. I'm gonna change this, and they came back and gave probably one of their best performances.
I think a lot of bands have gone through that. There's,
Up and down.
I think it's a very minute group of people that have actually kept their. I'm not going to say their street essence, but they never walked away from. Okay, this is who we were when we started. We're
kept
making
that
big
original
money.
identity.
You know, I don't need the diamond rings. I don't need a private fucking jet. You know, look at Leonard Skinner. I mean, fucking when they went down, they were in a small fucking prop plane. You know, they could have had the same kind of fucking jet like Guns N' Roses had, the MGM shit.
Yeah.
And Slash will tell you. You know, I've seen him say it. You know, that MGM shit. You know, that whole tour when they went on with Metallica, it was the biggest fucking flop ever because they were bigger than what they thought they were.
And then kind of in the same vein of what you were saying of those few people that, they don't buy extravagant stuff or anything like that. Kind of the flip side of that, but still kind of kept their same mentality was Joe Walsh.
Oh yeah.
He made a song solo, Life's Been Good to Me.
Yeah.
And he literally just sang all about,
Word for
I
word.
have mansions, I've got cars that I can't drive, I've got all this other stuff, and he still is like, I'm still doing this because I love it.
Yeah. You know, someone that I could really like, she's still doing it, and I think she's amazing for it. And if she's watching, I don't care if you're gay, straight, whatever. A lot of nasty things I'd like to do to you, but Joan Jett. Yeah, she doesn't care whether she's playing right here. Yeah, she could be playing, big arenas. I've seen her in so many different fucking venues. She does not care. She's played CBGBs. She's played huge arenas. The very first time I ever saw her was playing. Huh?
You talking about Pat Benatar?
Joan Jett.
Joan Jett. Oh,
Joan
yeah, you
Jett,
did
yeah,
say
back-
that.
I've seen her. The very first time I ever seen her was back in '84. She was playing in Italy, in Williamsburg, Virginia, at Busch Gardens. She played a 2-show matinee. Went out the first show, fucking nailed it. Came out the second show about an hour or two later, did the same fucking show. She don't care. So Joe Marie Larkin, 50 years old, I'm still in love with you. Hit me up.
Yeah, shit. So what were we talking about?
Oh, rock stars getting their fucking, just forgetting who they were.
Or remembering their identity and where
Yeah.
they came from, and
Yeah.
pulling themselves out of it.
Yeah, so what we have here also is Megadeth's album's coming out July 8th. It's called The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead on July 8th. With his new Release date, Hanson, possible new bassist. Gee, you fucking think? I mean, come on.
Can I ask a question on that? Is Chris Adler playing drums, or does he have another drummer?
I don't think Chris Adler is with him now.
No, I don't think so.
So what the fuck is Chris Adler doing? Cause
I don't know, because I don't think he's with Lamb of God anymore either.
No, they have a new drummer.
Yeah, let's see. Find out what Chris Adler is doing.
Chris Adler, we fucking love you. You're a phenomenal drummer. And you're a Virginia boy, so.
Oh, all right. That's why you love him. All right, let's see. Chris Adler, what is he fucking doing right now? Lamb of God guitars, Mark Morton, and ex-drummer Chris Adler trade insults on Twitter. Oh shit! Let's see what there's.
Oh, are they getting back together?
Oh no! Adler trades insults with you. Are a fucking douche. I want to know who.
Oh my god.
Who called who a douche? What fucking. Come on, guys. Can't we all just get along?
Seriously.
Oh, Chris Adler called, Martin a douche.
Oh, God.
That the guitar was blocked on Twitter. Lee J. Carter and the American politician who represented the 50th district in Virginia House of Delegates from 2018 to 2000. It's over fucking politics. You motherfuckers know better. Fuck's wrong with you? You know, it's over politics.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, just let it fucking go. People can believe whatever they want. People can go with whatever politics they want.
We still love you, Chris. We love fucking Lamb of God. You guys are fucking phenomenal. Get over the shit. Get back together. Fucking play, or fucking Chris, fucking call Dave up and start playing from it. You gotta get fucking playing drums again, cocksucker.
Oh, speaking of all that political shit, I really hope everything works out for John Schaefer. I really hope Iced Earth can come back together.
Absolutely.
In some kind of way.
We love you, John.
You know, it's not really a leaning when you turn around and say that was a fucking riot, and what had happened over the rest of the country is a summer of love. You got another fucking thing. You have no fucking brain. This guy was just in there taking pictures and protesting. And
wagged his finger at a security guard or something.
Yeah, I mean, come on, what the fuck, man?
It is our American right to voice our opinion, and to be put into prison for shit like that is a crock of shit. And I'm going to step out and say, and I hope a lot of you motherfuckers are watching, okay, I've never done anything illegal other than a fucking DUI, and I'm on a fucking domestic fucking terrorist watch list. Why? Give me a fucking reason, you cocksuckers. I love heavy metal. I love my country. I've served my country. And, well, this bullshit. And now John Schaefer's in fucking prison because he's fucking voicing his opinion. Well, get the fuck up.
I heard he's out of federal prison, and he's under the witness protection program or something.
Oh, shit.
So
why the witness protection?
I don't know.
What the mafia must be after him or something.
That's just the rumor I heard. Maybe it was just somebody's comment on Facebook. I don't know. But it's just really fucked up though to see a lot of the people bad mouthing John Schaefer and people that turned his back on him.
It is bullshit, and I'll say this, bro. Not just because of my Italian blood, but if you look at what our forefathers did to fight tyranny from the English, the Italians did the same fucking thing, and we call it the mafia. So whatever they did, and you think it's fucking illegal, it was only because assholes that tried to control what we do and how we live.
And how we think.
Yeah, and how we think. The mafia was a great thing because they gave back to their communities. So, in my opinion, the Italian mafia was a great thing. Motorcycle clubs are a great thing because it represents freedom. Heavy metal represents freedom. Our brothers and sisters that have fought for this and have fucking died over your fucking bullshit, you politician cocksuckers that wear fucking suits and ties, fuck you. We love freedom. This country is about us. It's not about you and your fucking money. So, that's all I want to say.
But yeah, I'm just, like I was saying, I just really hope that things work out with John Schaefer. And
absolutely.
Iced Earth comes fucking back.
Yeah.
that's because I fucking love Ice Earth.
I don't know how you feel about System of a Down, but I know I know you're not a fan, but at least they keep their shit together. The one guy was a Trump voter, and they still kept their shit together.
Well, yeah,
You know?
Serge Kenny himself, the lead singer.
Yeah, they're old brothers, man.
Yeah,
Well-
he goes, he's my brother-in-law. I'm not going to hate him just because it's political.
Well,
Yeah.
I think the band was a phenomenal band as far as the writing. Me personally, I'm going to stand alone on the whole group because I'm pro-American and I'm pro-freedom. So I don't like politicians, and I damn sure don't like the United States government. I think it's a crock of shit, and all they do is take my brothers and sisters and put us in situations where they can profit from it. So they're reaping the rewards where my brothers and sisters are fucking paying the price for what they live for. So being that where System of Down comes from, that whole fucking area, and we're right back into the same situation that's going on right now. I love Russians. I love Ukrainians. I love Italians. I love Germans. I love everybody in this fucking world. I think it's a crock of shit. It has nothing to do with regular people. The brothers and sisters of any military organization, it really has nothing to do with them. They're doing their job. The problem with the world is that wars are being fought based on the profiteering of petroleum and big pharma and shit like that. And when we can finally, understand that cocksuckers that wear a fucking silk tie and put a suit on, they're the ones that are controlling the world. If we can get rid of those cocksuckers and say, look, man, we all just want to fucking drink beer, listen to fucking rock and roll and heavy metal and have a good time, it'll be a better world. Let's get rid of religion. Let's get rid of fucking government. We don't need them, because I think that we as a people can make decisions for ourselves. Assholes that fucking wear a suit and tie need to fucking go away. Yeah. Business needs to go away. Big pharma needs to go away. Petroleum needs to go fucking away. We can do our own goddamn thing, And it might sound like hippie shit, and I'm not all about all that fucking peace, love, and happiness hippie bullshit. But I don't need another man to tell me how to fucking put my goddamn pants on, and I damn sure don't need someone to fucking tell my brother how he needs to fucking live.
Yeah, or anybody to tell you how to run your fucking business.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right.
And they're overtaxing the fuck out of these little guys, man. It's fucking ridiculous.
I rather
want to run a fucking business, an honest fucking, honest business, and the government's got to fuck with them.
Yeah. I don't need a fucking system to tell me how to fucking run my shit and live my fucking life. Fuck those cocksuckers. They're pieces of shit. I want to ride my fucking Harley Davidson and do what I fucking do. I want to play drums. I want to fucking drink beer, live my fucking life. I don't need a motherfucker to tell me how to live. I'm a grown goddamn man. I'm getting ready to fucking turn 50. All right? And I got a grandson. Don't tell me how to put my fucking pants on. And if you got a problem with that, I'll give you my goddamn address. You got fucking fuck you.
What was that? Remember movie Demolition Man?
Yeah.
Dennis Leary goes, I just want to have a cigar. I want to have a big fat fucking stick. I'm the same way. I want to listen to AC/DC in a fucking nude.
Right. Absolutely.
I want to fucking drink beer. I want to,
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about, man. It's pure freedom. Good, a lot of good capitalism. A lot of fucking.
And in this country, we're really the setting example of anybody can do anything and be whatever the fuck they want, so long as they're not harming somebody else.
Right.
Absolutely. Here's the thing. This is why we don't need government and fucking laws and shit. Okay, if you're a baby raper, you're a piece of shit. We're gonna kill you. Yeah, plain and simple.
Regardless of what your religious or political affiliation or beliefs are, everybody knows what's wrong.
Exactly.
What's evil.
I mean, you don't go out there and you don't fuck babies. You don't rape fucking women. You don't steal from somebody. If you need something, ask for it. If your brother next door has it, he'll give it to you. You ain't got to steal it. You ain't got to fucking rape a goddamn baby. Don't get on my fucking Harley Davidson if I told you don't get on my fucking bike, because I'll fucking kill you over that shit. So, it's like common sense. You know, I mean, we're all men here, you know? The Vikings had it fucking right. They had a fucking system. It worked. There was no law. It was, you did this, you fucked up, you fucking died. Plain and fucking simple. And that's what we need to get back to. And I think, and forgive me, the rest of the world, but I think we need to go back to open carry. You know, if there's a fucking problem between you and me, then it's between you and me. Not between you and me and this goddamn judge and a fucking jury. If I got a problem with you, you got a problem with me, let's fucking settle it like fucking men.
The Old West.
Abso-fucking-lutely. If we ain't got guns, we got fucking knives, let's fucking end this shit right here and there. Take care of it like a fucking man. You got a fucking dick, you were born with it, be a fucking man. That's all I'm saying.
Careful, you might offend somebody.
They can kiss my ass.
All right, yeah. No, what I'm thinking is we're gonna have to do a mead review next time. You know,
Absolutely.
I know it's radical change from what we're doing. You know, I know we kind of went dark on that.
Yeah, well, you know.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
Rock and roll, alcohol, you know.
But here's the thing, though. I mean, it is we're talking like we're talking about everything, metal, and the way we're talking about being
and it is
men too.
our perspective,
Right.
our angle, our view, or whatever the fuck you want to say on the topic. I mean, that's fine. You know, I agree with it. I'm neither left or right. I'm down the middle. You guys fucking know that.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I'm down. You know, I like my fucking freedoms. Just leave me fucking alone.
Because we're men.
You know.
Yeah.
The other thing is,
the fatter my wallet, the happier I am. That I earned. You know.
And if I'm
money that I
offended, I
earned.
will walk away. You know, there's no fucking honor in being an asshole and trying to shut somebody down for their opinion. I mean, it's bullshit. Everybody has a right and entitled to an opinion. Although they are like assholes sometimes, some stink more than most.
Same.
But
Exact reason why we started this.
Like assholes and opinions, everybody's got one.
Yep.
Well, I think that, you know, there's so many topics, whether it be rock and roll, heavy metal, politics, or Harley Davidsons, muscle cars.
Fuck Harley.
Okay, my feeling was hurt. I'm getting up. I'm done with this.
No.
I'm picking.
I just have a problem with a couple of new bikes. No.
Please tell me it's the electric one.
I'm not a fan of the electric one. I don't like the fucking Pan Am whatsoever. That's an ugly motherfucker.
All right, since we just
Some
came
of the
up.
Sporties, and it's about fucking time. You should have had 120 horsepower back before 2000.
Okay, I'm gonna totally agree with you on that. And since we're on the Harley thing, I'm gonna speak my mind. And this is what I fucking do. This is why they brought me in here because all right, Harley Davidson, I fucking love you. Been riding you since I was a kid. Harley Davidson, you're a piece of shit. And I still ride a Harley Davidson, well, for the rest of my life because I'm a fucking outlaw biker. I would say that you're a piece of shit because, like we were just talking with the political thing, it's about the man with the blue-collar fucking wallet. Yeah. For some reason, you decided that you wanted to cater to white-collar people. What puts you up in front of all the other motorcycle companies, and I will speak on Yamaha here in a minute, is that you want to make money. You don't care about white-collar people. You just want to get their money.
Or quality.
Exactly. So now, where I said Yamaha is, I rode a Yamaha for about, I guess, a year. And I rode a Yamaha Warrior. Wasn't by choice. It was by necessity. And I will tell you this. The quality of that motorcycle outweighed by 1,000 any Harley I've ever fucking ridden. The Harley that I ride now is an ultra classic. It's a very expensive Harley Davidson, and Tell you what, I'd rather go back to that fucking Yamaha. The only reason I fucking have to ride a fucking Harley is because I'm part of a group that you have to ride a Harley Davidson. So until you realize, get your thumb out your fucking ass, that you belong to the fucking blue collar working man, you're a piece of fucking shit. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. Well, good old John here wants a bike too.
Yeah, I'm not a biker. Never owned one.
Bike
I've rode
curious.
dirt bikes, as a kid, but I would like to own a bike though, especially now with the cost of fuel.
Right. Yeah, it'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
The unfortunate thing here in Florida is there are a lot of assholes on the road. I mean, assholes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And it's either they're going to run you over because they're pissed, or they just don't give a shit, or they're not paying attention.
Or they're texting and driving.
But
Just not even being a biker, just me driving in, my truck or my wife's car, just seeing people text while they drive pisses me off.
oh yeah, fuck that. That is just bullshit.
I've almost been taken out, by people texting and driving.
Right.
But
I don't do that shit.
I would, for a first bike, I'd keep it a little low. Hell, if you wanted to go something American, you can do like an Indian. They have a wide variety of the Scouts now.
Yeah.
They're pretty nice looking. They
Their
got some good
Challenger,
fucking power.
Even for like a touring bike, even if you were a starter, I think their Challenger is an amazing riding motorcycle. It's their version of the Road Glide, but it has so many features and it's very rider friendly. Where, the Road Glide, or what you guys know, I ride a touring bike, so
Right.
If you get on something like that, you have to be an experienced rider. You just can't just get your shit and just start riding a bike of that size, or you're gonna get hurt.
Right.
But with the what they call their Challenger, it's a really easy riding motorcycle, and it's very rider friendly, even for a beginner.
She being a pain in the ass? Yeah. What's your deal? Are you tired? I know you're tired.
Yeah, we should probably wrap this up soon. I know we can go for another fucking hour or two, but
Well, at least I know
Yeah.
when it comes to, being somebody who, isn't a biker but wants to buy one, I got the best source of information.
I like them
I
all.
would
I
always
like
refer to you
Japanese
guys.
and I like American, and I will call out Harley Davidson for their bullshit.
Yeah.
I do like the Sportster, the old ones, the 1200s, the 883s. I have never. Thank you, Abby. I've never had a problem with either one of them. I don't know anybody who really has, who's taken care of the bike. That's the key too. You take care of it. Don't turn around and tell me that I got 10,000 miles on the bike and went to shit. Well, did you put any oil in or have the oil change or this or that? I was supposed to do that. It's like, you're a fucking idiot.
Well,
But I do like them all.
the 883, my ex-old lady, who's my roommate now,
Yeah.
she's got one, and she don't ride it. So I do. It's that little motherfucker will run 140 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So it's a very powerful motorcycle, but I will say that if you're going to do any like long runs,
Yeah.
you have to get a touring bike. That
Right, no, that's-
that's
yeah.
made for like bopping around town.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
working back and
Yeah.
and screwing around. Yeah, that's an hour at a time kind of bike.
Yeah.
That's that's a local deal.
Now, if you're 20 years old, you could take that bike and ride it from here to Georgia or South Carolina. It's going to beat the shit out of you by the time you get off of it. But like
Right.
at our age, no, that's not the bike to be riding for a while. So
No. No, for cruiser, I'm pissed that they don't make Victory anymore.
yeah,
The wife and I wanted to get a Vision. I know it kind of looks more like a fucking Honda Goldwing.
I
I don't
know
fucking
why
care.
they-
well,
It was a beautiful bike. It was light. It was comfortable, and it had a fuck ton of power for the time.
you do know that what Victory was is what Indian is now.
Right. No, I know. But the Vision looked like more
They
modern.
had some
Yeah.
You know.
It was a nice streamlined motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only problem is I would love to have one because I've ridden one and they're very smooth riding motorcycles.
Yeah.
The only problem is if you do now, if anybody out there gets to, or buys a Victory, understand this: they don't make those anymore. So
No more parts.
Getting the parts for them is a motherfucker. So,
Yeah. But you know, and it's a bummer they they don't sell Victories anymore.
it was all
the
American.
Vegas was a fucking killer looking bike. You know, not a fan of the Hammer. It was but it's not a bad. It looked like a muscle bike.
Yeah.
But I am a fan of Yamaha. I like them all.
I think Yamaha, me personally, and this is coming from me, somebody that rides with a group that's supposed to ride Harleys only, and I've been a Harley guy all my life, but I will say this: I don't know much about Honda and Kawasaki and stuff but I will tell you this: Yamaha makes one of the most rider-friendly, easy riding motorcycles I've ever fucking put my ass on.
Yeah.
And I will always support a Yamaha motorcycle. Always.
Yeah, I had a
You've
CBR.
seen the one that I rode to your house. That it was a Yamaha Warrior, which was their competition version to the Harley V-Rod when Harley put out the V-Rod. I've never rode a V-Rod, so I can't quote on that. But I'll tell you what, that fucking Yamaha was a bad motherfucker.
Was it the VMAX?
It was the Warrior.
Oh yeah, you used the Warrior, but no, I know the VMAX was a bad bitch too. It was a very, very fast 0 to 60 bike.
Oh shit! I took that fucking Warrior on 95, and I wanted to see what it could do because it was like 0 to 160.
You mean you were in Mexico when this happened?
Yeah, this was in Mexico, Mexico City. But I got on the highway and I fucking opened that son of a bitch up, and I actually had to lay my head on the fucking tank. I got up to 130. It registered at 160, and it was so powerful that I had to back off because it was like woof, woof, woof. I couldn't see shit, and I was like, man, I can't go no faster than that. It's too much. If you were to hit a pebble on the fucking road, I'd have been dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to do 130 regularly in Mexico on my CBR. I mean, shit. I mean, this is coming home from school. It's a long ride. You really got to get on it. Yeah, coming home from school, 11 o'clock at night, on the freeway, 130, 140 fucking miles an hour.
Those Mexican police don't really pay attention, though.
No, you're flying by donkeys left and right.
Yeah.
Federales are cool as long as you got $20 in your pocket.
Exactly. You just make sure you have a couple 20s in your pocket, you're good to go.
That's what I love about you is you've ridden so many different bikes. You just got a bunch of experience with them. You're a great source of personal information.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is too. It's just like this whole cast here. It's our own personal view and take on everything.
Yeah.
And it just so happens to be a heavy metal view, and a lot of heavy metal motherfuckers love crotch rockets.
Yeah.
And a lot of heavy metal motherfuckers love Harleys and everything else too.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to put like a lot of people, when we say rice burner, it's a Japanese bike. So I'm not going to sit there, when I say a rice burner, don't confuse that with a crotch rocket. And most crotch rockets are actually Japanese bikes, but they're also Italian. For me, with a crotch rocket, if you are a motorcyclist, they're the ones that you have to lay down and ride. Your handlebars are here. The reason I don't like those, and I rode a Ninja one time, and I got a fucked up back. So if you can't sit there and just ride comfortably like this or like however you want to, like on a Harley or even a Yamaha that's chopped and custom. If you ride a crotch rocket, you're laying on that son of a bitch like you're fucking a pig, pretty much. So it's different. Me, I'm more of a cruiser. Well, actually, I'm a tour bike kind of guy. But if you ride that kind of motorcycle, you got to understand that it's not really designed to ride from Mexico to Maine. You can't ride that kind of bike that way.
No.
You could take a Goldwing. You could take a Ultra Classic that I ride by Harley Davidson. You could take a Challenger by Indian or whatever, whoever the manufacturer is. You want a touring bike or something that's really nice. That's got a swing arm on the back. And, at the same thing, I wouldn't ride a fucking 1954 fucking Panhead hardtail.
Fuck.
Fuck that shit. I mean,
Ride to work, maybe.
Yeah, it's a pretty fucking bike to have to say, look what I've got. It's a kicker, but you ain't riding that sumbitch from goddamn Mexico City to fucking
Maine.
yeah, by no means. If you are, you're a fucking liar. That's for goddamn sure.
So, yeah, send us your tapes, CDs,
Everything.
MP3s, whatever, so we can review your music.
And help us out too, because we want to be as big as fucking Howard Stern, I mean, fuck.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're Metalcast. Jesse is the producer and engineer, and
Hey Jesse,
Co-host.
have you got on the camera yet?
They've seen part of my face. every
This is
now
our
and
brother. Come on. I mean, look.
well, you turn it on right at your.
We're just starting this. This is, I mean, look. Howard Stern's a pussy. We're the real deal.
He's a fucking asshole. I used to love Howard Stern, but motherfucker, that's another thing to get into. Anything else you want to add, John?
Well, since this was just the trial run, it'll be more straight to the point and not too off topic, I'm sure, going forward.
Yeah.
we
Well,
stayed
even
on-
if we
on
do.
topic for a while.
But
Yeah.
since this is like the first episode with, I guess, what the main crew's gonna be,
Yeah.
I mean, this is just giving you a taste of what we'll be talking about as far as heavy metal and the bands we love, and obviously,
And how passionate hardcore some views are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And of course,
definitely passionate and hardcore.
Yeah, and of course, our hobbies, motorcycles for these guys. Eventually, I hope to be there one day.
You're a dirt bike guy. You're gonna get an enduro. You're gonna get a nice 650. That badass bikes, man, aren't they, Mike? They can go fucking anywhere.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Just like that Yamaha we have.
Oh yeah.
I think it was everywhere.
But
Yeah.
But what else do we talk about? A little bit of politics, not like name dropping anyone specifically. But no. I don't mean you. I mean we're not talking about Republicans. We're not talking about Democrats. It's just kind of like a
How we feel.
if you're an asshole, you're an asshole. We're
Yeah.
calling you out on it.
right.
It's just how we feel.
Just what we feel is right.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. Because we are who the fuck we are.
And the gas prices are bullshit.
Yes.
It's a fucking excuse for you cocksuckers to make fucking money, which is bullshit when we only get 3% of our fucking petroleum from fucking Russia and only 5% from fucking Saudi Arabia. When we live in goddamn Florida, the goddamn Gulf Coast, we have fucking offshore.
Hell,
Get the
this
fuck outta
this
here.
our entire continent has like more oil than fucking Middle East and Russia.
Yeah. So and
We're
we're
sitting
down
on
here
top.
paying fucking almost $5 a goddamn gallon for shit. Suck my cock.
Yeah.
I'm not going to even give you my right nut, and that's my special nut.
Yeah, they can definitely suckle the tip on that one.
Yeah, but and also we do want to promote bands of the underground, especially in our stomping grounds here, like Central Florida, and there is several up and coming death metal bands that we've seen, guys that we've met, guys that we know. And we want to get your names out there, so hopefully, the rest of the country, the world is listening, and they can, discover you guys whether it be through us or whatever, we just want to help you guys out because we fucking love metal and we want to see the music that we love. That being said, just death metal, us being in Central Florida, you guys deserve recognition because you guys kick fucking ass.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
and like I said, my buddy, our buddy, Mike Hutchinson, he's playing a gig tonight with his band Corium. Check them out. They kick fucking ass.
Yep.
So,
Also, let's touch on if you're a musician and you're
Mike's
playing in a
gonna touch
band,
people.
let us know about some of the gear you're playing.
One
If you got a problem with like you're breaking sticks and you're a Promart guy, or Vic Firth, or you're playing GHS strings, or you might like Dimes strings as opposed to Zach Wild strings or whatnot. Give us some input on what you guys are
Seymour
playing out there.
Duncans, EMGs, everything.
Absolutely, and we're going to critique it. We're going to put it through some shit, and we'll put it out there because one of the things that we want to do as brothers and lovers of music is if, because most of those guys that are big, they're getting their shit for free. People on our level, we got to pay for it. So if the sticks suck, the cymbals suck, and the damn strings ain't fucking holding up, let us know, and we'll fucking we'll put it out there.
Right. If anything, make comments. Just on, and hopefully we'll pick a couple of questions and respond.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. If we're cutting off right now, metal to the world because it's the greatest goddamn thing, and we love you.
metal fucking rules. If you don't like it, die. To quote Paul Bailoff, may he rest in peace.
Yeah, may he rest in peace. All right, see ya.